Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet and of YouTube. Welcome back to Final Fantasy Chronicles of Eno. I am your host and game master, Skajarmas, otherwise known as Toneshift. And with me today, we of course have our full cast of players. We have Tom117Z playing Rosa Solwyn, our female hybrid watcher.
Everything's fine.
Everything is okay. We have Mystic playing Aeon, our male Moogle time mage.
Hello.
We have Hades Shadow 92 playing Cassandra, our female human dragoon.
All the drama.
All of it. We have Darkness playing Kinara, our female Lupin warrior.
Greetings, everyone. Glad to be back.
Indeed. And last but not least, we have Ari playing Kayana, our female Tarufel engineer.
Hello.
So, where last we left off, our newly formed band of adventurers had come together in the city of Marasu, and after an unfortunate incident in which a thief had procured a tome of communion from a local visitor to the city and set a bunch of lions loose on the crowd, the party gave chase after said thief. This took them through the foothills and towards the thief's lair, where they confronted him in the ruins of an old village that existed before the island was flooded a century ago. During the confrontation, the thief, realizing he was losing horrifically, took Rosa hostage, holding a knife to her throat, in a bid to secure his own escape. This did not go as he had hoped, as in the resulting clash and the resulting tension, Rosa was able to provide an opening for the others to free her, albeit she still received a light cut along her throat. Nothing that a quick application of healing magic couldn't handle, but still. Sobered up and very rattled by the harrowing events, the party secured the now damaged stolen property, the Tome of Communion that belonged to their client, mage by the name of Ilfrik, and made their way back to Marasu. Upon their return, they spoke briefly with Ilfrik about the events, whereupon Cassandra turned down the reward of Gil that had been promised to them, and then made their way to the castle to speak with the court white mage and acquaintance of Rosa's, Tamuman. Meeting up with him, there were some tense discussions had, some back and forth, during which Cassandra illustrated an intense reluctance to allow Rosa to accompany them on any more adventures, out of a fear for her well-being. But after a private conversation between her and Tam, Cassandra has changed her mind and has agreed to allow Rosa to come with her, and the rest of the group decided that, for the time being, they would stick together. Partly out of safety in numbers, and partly just because they've already done shit together so far, so why not keep going and see where the winds of adventure take them? And so it is upon that note that we shall enter today's session. So you are all still located within the castle in Tam's library after the events of the previous session. You've yet to leave, you've yet to set a destination for yourselves. So, my friends, what do you wish to do?
So we just finished that Aeon petting people session, didn't we?
Yes. you just finished with Aeon going, "I'm a pet everyone, Kippo."
Didn't want the lollipops.
No. So, what do you all wish to do?
Kinara, didn't you say you wanted to talk to Tam about something?
Mainly to see if my, scars on this little adventure healed. That's all.
I think my healing magic did that. You kind of got punched by a frog.
Yes.
Didn't require a
I'm
cure, yeah.
aware. Well, I prefer a professional check over with one who has more experience.
He told me that, but okay. Rosa is
Especially if you want me
offended.
to come along, after all.
Yeah, go. Go let him kiss your boo-boo. We'll wait for you.
There is no boo
Watch
boo.
your
I
mouth.
healed. Boo boo.
It's private meeting after private meeting today, isn't it?
She's fine. I know how to heal people.
I do not doubt that.
Outs.
All right, so if Kinara's like, is Kinara wanting this to be like away from everyone else, or is she fine with this discussion just happening here?
Which I was gonna address that. Just came up for a bit. Yeah. Besides, haven't you got trouble to deal with your parents?
Well, if you want to have a check over, it might. Maybe walking in with the giant wolf lady at first off the bat isn't the greatest idea.
Yes, let's bring
I'm
in
hinting
all
you
the
to
credit.
be scooting off so I can do this in private.
Okay, I get it. Just excuse me for procrastinating against the really awkward, convoluted conversation about. Anyway, this is fine. We're fine. Are we going?
All right. All right, so with that, I assume the rest of you grab your shit and go, leaving Kinara alone with Tam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Meet us back at the inn when you're done having your checkup.
Mm.
Make sure your babies are in check, Koopa.
Now, Aeon, that's not very polite.
You know, I'm not even going to acknowledge that.
Probably a good idea. They're gone. The door closed.
Although you might want to check and make sure about that mange.
Okay. Great start. We're off to a strong start here. Okay. Well then. Miss Kinara, was it?
Yes.
I've yet to have the pleasure of meeting a Lupin. Pleasure. Now, what can I do for you?
Well, not all the scars are physical, per se. Tell me, do you have any experiences with bad dreams or
Should this be in
strange
whispers?
visions?
I mean, probably, yeah, honestly.
Mentioning dreams, because we don't know what dream you had.
All right, come on, darkness. Whisper room with us.
I was debating myself, but I didn't want it to be too frequent with this.
It's fine.
Anyways,
Bad dreams, you say?
yes.
I haven't had to deal with nightmares nearly so often since the Warriors of Light destroyed Diabolos a century back.
So you have experience dealing with them, at least.
I have had experience dealing with people who had them, but when it comes to treating them, you need to understand, I'm a white mage, I'm a doctor, but I am not a therapist. I know how to make people in my abode comfortable. I know how to make sure they're taken care of, but mental health was never my focus. And nightmares are an aspect of one's psyche, of one's mind.
I see.
I can hear what you have to say, and I can offer my insights. Maybe direct you towards someone who might know more, but on my own, I'm afraid there's precious little I can do on such a front.
Well, to put it simple, it's dreams I've been having of my past. Not all of them good, unfortunately. I keep getting reminded of my failures, what I left behind. And as much as I found a way to carry on, all alone, I keep getting this empty feeling in me. Like I'm missing not only the bond of those I care about, but like I don't feel I could, per se, trust anyone around me.
Hmm.
Even when I picked up work as mercenary, I always had unease around them, and I figured the line of work was not for me, so I found my way here.
And then you
There
found
is to-
yourself bumping into Rosa and the others.
Yes,
Hmm.
which I will admit that besides the strange customs or even other things that are beyond me, I don't comprehend. They are different than what I've come across, but yet almost familiar in ways, at least bond-wise, but through my years of downfall, I still have distrust.
Caution and skepticism are good things to have, of course. But as for that familiarity you claim to sense, this idea that the bonds seem similar, while my knowledge of Lupin culture is limited, what I do know tells me that your people are, generally speaking, very communal, close-knit.
Indeed.
The bonds of camaraderie you share are there by necessity. Such bonds in Fenora do form. They oftentimes are difficult to recognize from one group to another on a surface level, but the attachment of companionship, that is universal. So, but again, I am no therapist. I'm no psychologist.
But you understand.
I think I do. But I would not be so bold as to presume when it comes to matters with which I am sorely undereducated. I mean, no offense when I say this, but I genuinely know very little about your people aside from what's common knowledge. Any insights I can offer would seem as common knowledge to you, and of no help. That being said, nightmares can form for any number of reasons, to my knowledge. Often they're simply representations of your mind trying to work through past traumas. Other times, it's a coping mechanism, and in some cases, it's a symptom of some larger mental illness. Perhaps a guilt complex or something of the sort. There could be any number of reasons. In rare cases, nightmares can be something altogether different, not necessarily connected to one's mind directly, but, well, I wouldn't speculate on such matters, because, well, again, the one who was responsible largely for such things died a century ago. Prophetic dreams and premonitions and the like. Whatever your nightmares are now, I'm afraid there's very little I can say to help you with them. Other than to not ignore them. There's a reason your mind is showing you the things it is, as it is with everyone. And you ignore the messages your mind is trying to tell you at your own peril.
Yes. Which, to tell you the truth, for these last few years, all I've been doing is running. And at one point, the nightmares weren't so frequent that I get breaks and some easy nights of sleep. But then, they recently came back after talking with a, well, fortune teller of such. she managed to connect with me and see something within me, and then one night's sleep later, the nightmares returned and I lashed out, which is the main thing I'm worried about.
A fortune teller.
Yes. I take it you don't have them too often here?
Not frequently, no, and I can't say I've ever heard of one who's able to instigate nightmares in the way you're stating, or prompt them, rather. I don't wish to insinuate malice without evidence. Who were they?
Which you probably would need a reminder on the name, forgive me.
Yeah, that's fine. The name that they gave you was Cetuna. Cetuna.
Called her Sentinel, I believe. Which I wish to hold no ill. She doesn't seem to be a threat. It just triggered them. And I had moments like that when something happens and they get triggered, but it did leave me very vulnerable at one point and lash out at a nearby tree. And I suppose whatever good nature I have left in me, looking at this group, especially what they've been through, they definitely lack experience, some of them, when it comes to difficult situations. Part of me wants to help them, but also there's a part of me, well, doesn't want to get too close in case I hurt them.
A part of you that wants to keep running, perhaps?
Yes.
Well, far be it from me to tell you what to do, Miss Kinara. But I will say, as the wisdom of an old man, we can't run forever. And the sooner we stop running, the more time we'll have to spend on living.
Very wise words.
I've had a long time to learn them. That said, don't try to stop running before you're ready.
I fear that my past is trying to catch up with me.
Then make sure you're ready to plant your feet when it does.
Yes. Although you mentioned you could point me to someone. Would you know anyone that could perhaps help?
I can think of a handful of individuals who might have more of an understanding on the nature of dreams. The first one I can think of would be an old colleague and associate of mine over at the Academy City, Enomo, on the mainland. She's the Arch-Black Mage presently, Kinara Blackstorm. She has a history of using magic to communicate to others through dreams, so while she might not be able to bring you any deeper insights on the psychological side of things, she may have some insights regardless.
Well, I suppose if this group ever goes by that Academy City you mentioned, perhaps I could have an audience with her.
Perhaps you could. That being said, if you do cross paths with Miss Blackstorm, do mind your manners, and treat her with a degree of care. She's older far more than I, and has been through far much more than I could imagine.
Rest assured, I do still have respect for elders.
That much I believe. Now, is there anything more?
The only thing I think of are, well, physical scars of my past. I just
How long have
wanted
they
to
been
see
there?
ever since the day of my exile.
I don't need an event, just a time frame. Do you have a number of months?
They've been with me for around 9 years or so.
If they have
The
been
deep
settled
scars.
if they have been settled into your flesh for that long, then I am afraid it is no longer within my power to mend them. Some scars become a part of the flesh they mar.
And even serve as a reminder.
They can serve as lessons, if they are heeded as such.
And the best I can do is to learn and try
Learn
to
to
get more comfortable with them.
Learn to carry them. If you can. Maybe even wear them with a hint of pride. For each scar is an injury you survived.
I probably get many more along the way.
Just make sure you survive them too.
I thank you for your wise words and what help you can give me. But while the day is young, I suppose I should head to the tavern.
You do mean to travel with Rosa and her new friends, yes?
Yes. Which is the means why I'm meeting her up by the tavern.
Of course.
And
I've entrusted this request to the whole of that group, but do keep an eye on Rosa, if you would be so kind. Even if only as a silent vigil. It may be my desire for her to leave the city to spread her wings, but it is not my desire for her to get hurt in recklessness.
We'll admit we don't fully get along. However, I see that she wants to make a name of herself and explore the world. However, being cooped up behind these walls has not helped her to develop proper good combat skill yet. So
or just
I
life
shall watch over
experience
her.
in general, so yes, please do. Now, I have kept you long enough and I must return to my duties. It was a pleasure to meet you, Miss Kinara.
And pleasure to meet you too. Family man.
Take care of yourself. And he gives you a little respectful nod of his head, then turns to return to his work in the library.
And pretty much she probably heads to the tavern.
Yep. And upon that note, I believe we can return to the others.
Yes.
Darkness.
They are returned.
Yes,
Up.
that we are.
Mhm.
Did we miss
So-
any scandalous conversations while we were taking care of all that?
No.
Aeon Pet Rosamore.
I had to find her ear, so I gave her a compliment of how pretty her hair was and offered to brush it.
I'm going to be very upset by all the conversations I'm going to miss when I take someone into the Whisper Room.
Yeah.
The only question I asked though, so how does it work? Does it like still record here as well, or
No.
No,
It only
this
records
is-
where I am. So the conversations they have in the main room whenever I go to the Whisper Room, I can't record that shit. So if someone wants to record those things on their own time, please do. I would love to hear some of the shit I miss.
I mean, I do have a recorder.
Oh, cool.
Oh dear.
Me
The only
too.
in-character bit was the petting, and the rest of it was then talking about how Aeon wants to murder Tyr.
I didn't. Okay, no. Specifically, I didn't say I was trying to murder him. I'm just trying to get rid of him. There's a difference.
By feeding into Ice Nog, when we've been through this won't hold up in court.
I didn't technically murder him. He just happened.
Objection.
I told him not to go near that rock. It was dangerous. The stupid dragon wouldn't listen to me.
Your
Guilty!
Honor, I
Bonk!
witnessed the whole thing, and Aeon is too adorable.
You
Yes,
all-
read everything Aeon
No.
says. Aeon's completely.
Now, do you really think Aeon could really be trusted in court?
No.
I'm not gonna
The
say nothing.
I would be surprised if at some point the judge wasn't hit with an eject spell.
But I don't like his tone. Eject. Woo!
You didn't give him the guilty verdict? You're a horrible judge. Eject!
Oh.
That's
You won't
tonal
let me have a
whiplash going on right
lollipop
now.
court.
Mm.
You won't let me have a lollipop? Eject.
Kinara's thoughts within this courtroom. The puffball was a mastermind in disguise.
Absolutely.
All right, so
I swear the
Smarter
secretary was
than
trained
I.
as a spy.
So as
A human
we left,
spy.
so
as we
honest,
left the
smarter
wolf
than
lady,
Mhm.
as we left the wolf lady to deal with dream problems,
Aeon is playing with Rose's ears for reasons.
as we
Right.
walk towards the house.
Can I just latch onto the back of Rose's head?
sure.
Yes.
Aw,
I've-
that's so cute. Now I want to draw it.
I have
You
no.
have-
Go ahead.
You have
I
now
need to draw
you have
it.
now been designated as Aeon's new perch.
I have mixed feelings about this, but this is too cute to stop.
Trust me.
Oh, look,
you
it's-
didn't- Trust me, you don't have a choice in the matter.
All I can say is, out of character, good luck, buddy. You're gonna need it.
We pick up Floppy on the way out. Aeon's still latched to her head. This is fine. Don't worry. I don't think it's permanent. Maybe.
I think Rosa wouldn't mind.
Your hair is so soft, Koopa.
Thank you. Gives Floppy a scratch on the nose. I'm fine, girl. I think. Don't worry.
Anyway, so after acquiring Fluffy from outside the gates, you carry on down into the streets of Marasu proper. And considering the events you guys have been through recently, it's a little whiplash-inducing to your senses to just see everyone going about as normal, completely oblivious to the turmoil your little group has recently been forced to cyclone through, between the social drama, the event with the throat and the knife and the thief and the lions. Like, there's a small degree of, like, gossip kind of whispering about between a few groups who are, like, gathered on street corners or by lamps or outside of, like, the occasional coffee shop or something. But by and large, the atmosphere is very calm and quiet, with very little attention given to past dramas and total obliviousness to your own, which it's an unusual feeling to have that sort of dissonance surrounding you for a change, but, you know, what have you.
Isn't this literally the same day as all that happened?
Yeah, yeah. Like the lions were yesterday. Everything else was earlier today.
Yeah.
It's like mid-afternoon at this point. So, after a while, though, you eventually find yourselves coming into the two squares, and your eyes pan over and lock on to the front displays of the Vermilion Pages, just off to
As
the
we-
side.
As we approach, Rose going to reach behind her head, pry off the Aeon, and just hold him in her arms.
Okay.
Softly.
Koopa.
All right. All right.
So, you ready for this?
She squishes Aeon a little tighter for support.
We're here for you, Rosa Koopa.
Well, first things first. They haven't seen me since the lion, so we'll be prepared for that. And how are we gonna approach this? Because oh dear.
Rosa, at
Yeah.
this point, it's best for you to be straight with him.
About everything,
Mm-hmm.
including
It's always, you have to tell the truth. Can't lie about it.
like instinctively, like in demonstration, she goes to touch her throat and then stops before she does, and just hand goes down and holds Aeon again.
I'll be right beside you.
It's not going to be good when we tell them that bit. You know that, right?
True. But they'll find out eventually. It's better to find out from you.
I suppose Tam knows. Okay. She steps through the door.
All right.
Wait, did we go in with her or no?
I mean, you were outside, like outside the front door when you were having that chat.
Does she want us to follow her?
Well, she's literally carrying Aeon inside, so take that for what you will.
So yeah, I think best we just all go inside.
All
Yeah,
right.
basically.
All right, so you step in through the door, a little bell over, ding, 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 as you're stepping in. And from a little further in, sort of behind the counter, Rosa, you immediately hear your father's voice calling out, just a second.
It's me.
Rosa? As that pops up from behind the counter. And then, like a flash, he just like runs around it, comes sprinting up to you. You instinctively brace as you know what's coming. Aeon, you have no clue.
Am I just okay? I
Prep
feel
for
like
a
I'm gonna get
Moogle
squished.
pancake.
I was gonna say I'm gonna be squished, aren't I?
Yes, yes, you are. Squish. As Rosa's dad comes up and just wraps her up in this big ol' hug.
Why did I imagine her making? Why did I imagine Aeon making a squeaky noise?
I'm okay. I'm okay, Dad. You're squishing the Moogle.
What, Moogle? And he pulls back of it. Oh, the Moogle. What? Why? Never mind, Moogle. Rosa, are you all right? Where have you... Rosa, where have you been? Are you all right? You didn't come home after the lions in the town square. We thought...
Yeah, I know. It's been a day. I'll explain, but I found a Moogle. His name's Aeon High.
Hi, Cooper. You're really strong.
Thank you. And then his eyes finally notice the other two individuals behind you, Rosa, and his brow quirks. Especially locking onto Cassandra, the only one in the group currently wearing armor. It looks like you found a few more than just a Moogle.
Yeah, about that. Where's Mum? And you might want to sit down before I introduce them, because you're not going to like it.
Yes, that's a great way to start. With your accent.
Ebony!
You said, hey, you said to be honest. I'm being honest.
Ebony!
Honesty is key, Cooper.
Ebony, Rosa's home!
Aeon, brace yourself.
You hear a thump from somewhere a little ways further down in the library, and then like a mama bear, just in comes your mom.
I imagine what's about to happen will be even stronger than Tony.
Make a force check for me if you'd be so kind, Rosa.
Oh god.
Oh no!
Because we all know that little...
Never mind.
noodle-
Your mother rolled a critical success.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
So, Rosa, you brace yourself, but you know in the back of your head, it's pointless. And so you just kind of surrender yourself to it as Ebony comes like Sonic the fucking Hedgehog and just plows into you, and you go flying to the floor.
Oh my god.
Like, to the rest of you, she like sailed like a full fucking couple meters, just... Now,
Does she keep a hold of Aeon by this point, or does Aeon
That
just
is
go
a
flying?
fantastic question. Rosa?
She hasn't purposely let go.
No, so he's squished again. More force.
Yeah, definitely. Kai is like, oh no.
Okay, and you can no longer breathe.
Mom,
Yeah.
you're squishing the Moogle again. Ow.
So, a couple seconds pass before, Ebony pulls back and sort of grabs on your face. Oh my goodness, we were so worried about you. Why is there a Moogle here?
Because he is adorable and we love him.
I love lollipops, Cooper.
Oh no.
He has received huggable damage. Or in this case, he has received huggable damage.
Got the
Ebony,
air squeezed out of him twice.
Oh,
okay, so,
Yeah, I think you guys broke the Google.
okay.
I'm just imagining now that there's a comic where basically there's lollipops just going around her head like a halo.
Alright, so, So Ebony kind of clambers off, and Aeon, you're free to drift back up into the air, kind of in a daze.
I'm just gonna go to Cassandra's arms.
Just
And like he just like slowly just waddles back, like half in a daze, and just lands in Cassandra's arms.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
It's just like a flop.
Yeah.
He gets off of the floor.
Just flops into her arms.
So, we should sit down, go to the kitchen, or reading table, or somewhere with chairs.
Yeah, over here. Tony sort of guides you, hand on your arm, towards one of the nearby sort of reading tables. There are a few chairs sort of scattered around it, enough for you and your parents. Everyone else is gonna have to stand, unfortunately. Or sit on the floor if you're a fucking weirdo.
There are some more chairs over there if you want to grab or stand. It's up to you.
There's also that.
I think you heard about the lions?
Yeah, we did. We heard the commotion through the front window. We kept the doors closed, and you didn't show up after all that.
Yeah, it kind of only struck me halfway through the rest of the day that I hadn't done that, and at that point, it was kind of too late.
What happened? Where were you, and who are these people?
That's, This is Kayana. You've met Aeon intimately.
Hi.
And that is Cassandra Shadowgrasp.
Upon saying that,
Uh,
Tonley and Ebony's ears both go straight up.
And there.
And, Tonley and Ebony both kind of give Cassandra these looks.
She raises
Shadowgrasp.
an eyebrow.
Shadowgrasp, you said.
Yes, we're the Shadowgrass family. Goof up.
I'm not part of them.
the name's not a coincidence.
Hello, Cassandra.
Hello.
Got really awkward. Did this get really awkward?
It might be. Look, just start from the top. What happened?
Well, you sent me to get those books, right?
Yeah, we got them.
Well, on the way, we kind of ran into them at the docks, literally, on Chocobo back. We introduced ourselves, I realized who she was, so we went around the festival together after you released me to that. Played a few games, went to the speech, I'm gonna be honest, we talked a bit about all that stuff. I had some questions.
Of course you did.
Yeah, that's a bit more about Thanatos and then at the speech where Lord Kane started to talk, Tam was there too. This thief kind of stole this guy's tome of communion, and when he was running away, he let loose the lions. So they ran into the crowd. People got hurt. I had to use my magic a bit. Then Cassandra was approached by the guy who got stolen from, who asked if go and get it back, and they needed someone who knew the place a bit to find their way around. I offered.
Oh, Rosa.
I know. I know. We followed them outside the city. That's when I realized I hadn't told you, and why we couldn't come back. It was like we were camping. There was a town abandoned from the tide up north where we tracked him to. I was. You know how I get, right? How adventure and excitableness and everything.
Despite our
Stupid
best
like
efforts,
that.
yes.
I was being excited and stupid and starry-eyed about the whole thing. So we ran in, and I was right there, just eager to be in the fray, I guess. I think it's the guy with the knife.
Bless you. Jesus.
Excuse-
He didn't hurt you, did he?
He just nods.
Oh, Rosa. And Ebony kind of comes over and sort of wraps you up in a protective hug.
He put the knife to my throat. And he cut it. I'm sorry. It was so quick. I mean, I was too close. He grabbed me off of Fluffy and then.
It's okay. It's okay. Shh. Shh.
If it wasn't for them. He grabbed him and. Healed it. So it won't scar or anything.
You know, like you're saying that just as Ebony's kind of pulling back to like get a look at your throat to see if there's like a mark, and she doesn't see any.
Tom fixed it before it scarred over.
So at this point, that Tonley kind of looks over to the rest of you. Well, I suppose I owe you all my gratitude for saving my daughter's life. But at the same time, you'll forgive me if I'm not in the best of moods with you. And he's like focused squarely on Cassandra as he's saying that.
It's not her fault. I was the one who wanted to go. I use a. I know archery. I know spell. I should have stayed back. I never thought before today about getting
Rosa.
hurt.
Not right now.
Then when?
He focuses back on Cassandra and the rest of you. Look. You saved my daughter's life. I'm going to be grateful for that for the rest of my life. But from now on, I would appreciate it if you stayed away from her.
That's not happening.
What?
As I was trying to say. Before today, I never thought about what it'd be like to be hurt. You know how I get. I've always dreamed of it, going out there adventuring. I know you've always hated it, but and I guess that I realized I don't really know much about adventuring, really. What's out there beyond this city? How can I know if I never leave it? I'm going with them. She embraces herself.
There's this very tense moment of quiet. Rosa, please don't start doing this.
Am I meant to be in a gilded cage my entire life, Dad?
No, that's not it. We just don't want what happened to Fane and Vananda to happen to you too.
What happened to them? If you can't tell me, there are other people who can. That probably sounds really harsh, but it's been a harsh day.
Look, they wound up getting killed doing the exact same thing you're wanting to do. Following the example of your predecessors of the Warriors of Light, I don't want that to happen to you too.
I know. Now more than ever, I know, but
Then why are you so adamant about going out there and doing it, if you know the risks?
because I know so little. The next time something happens in this city, I can't just curl into a ball, hide under a bench in a padded room where no one can touch me. That's not me. This isn't me. Don't want to hurt you. I love you, but everything in me has for years screamed to get out there. I mean, you won't even tell me the full story. Every time I talk about it, you just silence me, tell me to do it another time, send me off to do some job or another, hoping to distract me. The whole reason you gave me Fluffy was because you hoped it would have me just forget about everything. I can't forget. I can't forget. And maybe you're right. Maybe this will be a mistake, and if it does, well, you can tell me you told me so, and I'll be right back here. If this isn't right for me, but I'll never know if I don't even try, if I never... I mean, I have whole family out there. You just put up a wall at every turn. I can't silently sit here and just have you...
Roll me a negotiation check.
Oh boy, I will rise in this roll.
Roll that negotiation.
And I'll go ahead and let you add a +2 to it because those were some well-reasoned arguments.
Hmm.
$11.
11.
+2.
Yeah.
11. There are a few long moments of silence after your little tirade. The thing is, if we let you go out there to do this, and then you, as you say, learn your lesson, by that point it'll be too late. Don't you get that? A knife to the throat is not something people usually survive. You got unimaginably lucky.
I got attacked by lions just going to listen to a speech in the town square. Anything could happen anywhere. I mean,
It
I'm
happened.
part elf. How I'm probably gonna live like well over 100 years. What happens when you're not here? I just maybe it'll be too late. Maybe it won't. But when do I get to live my life?
We just want to make sure you even have one.
Then let me live.
If we let you go on
Please.
like this, we'll be letting you go to your own grave. It's not in the bard stories about the adventurers who failed, you know. Those don't make for good songs.
I don't want to be a warrior of light or a hero, Dad. I just want to know the world. I just want to meet my uncle, my grandmother, my great-grandmother. I can't. I'm not happy here. Not like this. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but I'm not. Now, I'm either going to go with your blessing and the biggest promise I can to come home. And try my damnedest to make that true. To keep her promise, points to Cassandra, to make that true. Or I could sneak off in the middle of the night, because you can't stop me from doing that. Because I have no more inhibition against it, and I really don't want to do that because that would really suck.
As you're kind of pointing that out, you can see like Tunley's face heating up a little bit, sort of like brow furrowing, and he like goes to open his mouth to say something, but before anything comes out, Ebony next to you, Hun, that's enough. What? I don't like it either, but Rosa's right. We can't stop her. And if she's not happy here, who are we to stop her anyway? But our job as parents is to make sure our child is happy, isn't it? Our job is to make sure they're safe. An unhappy child isn't a safe one because they inevitably fly the nest.
If I don't learn how to fly, eventually I'm going to fall. That's what happened today.
Look, I don't like it either. I really don't. But it's
I
not
know.
worth it to fight about it, okay, hon? And she's addressing your father specifically.
Right.
Okay.
Daddy.
Finally kind of comes over to you. All right. All right, okay, fine. I'm outvoted. But you had better come back in one piece. Do you hear me? Because if you don't, you are going to be grounded for the rest of your life.
That's a deal. Just try not to be sad. I don't like it when you're sad. Or angry.
It's a bit late for that, I'm afraid. At least send letters, alright?
You have a deal. Hey, Moogle Mail's effective.
If you can get your hands on one of those books of communion, maybe we could use those. Talk in real time.
Maybe. Well, we might go to an hour at some point, so maybe while there, they do magic stuff. You know, I'm not doing this just to spite or hurt you, right?
I know.
That really scared me, and I'm terrified to go, but I need to.
Much as I don't like admitting it, you are a woman grown now. So we can't really stop you.
I'll miss you.
Your parents sort of give you this tight little hug. Then after a moment, Tonley turns back to Cassandra and the rest of you. We're putting our daughter's life in your hands. You keep her safe, do you hear me?
We will.
Yes.
There's also a wolf lady. She has a big sword.
There's a what?
Never mind.
No, you said something.
Her name's Kinara. She's Lupin. She's also part of our little group. We're troubleshooting the name. Legacy, Astral Legacy, Legacy of Light. It's a working title.
Work in progress, Koopa.
Look, if there's one thing your father was right about just now, it's that there aren't any stories told about the adventurers who failed, alright? So if you're going out there to go and be an adventurer, fine. If you must. Just don't try to chase a legacy you're not equipped for. Okay? You said yourself you don't want to be a warrior of light. Too many people do, and they die trying to live up to that.
I'm not gonna go hunting gods of darkness anytime soon.
Alright.
I just want the answers that you can't or won't give me. Rosa hugs her. I love you.
We love you too.
Mom.
Yeah?
She was saying that in a way that just to call her that, to emphasize that she is her mother, blood or no.
Right.
What now?
I don't know. We're not the adventurers here.
Now, you take your first step outside. Not as a tour guide, but as an actual adventurer.
Adventure, Koopa.
Where to first?
Don't know. We'll see where the wind takes us.
I hope you didn't have anything planned for like in 4 days, or...
We'd still been talking that over, actually. Trying to figure out what to get you.
This
guess-
gift isn't enough.
Wait here.
As the...
Wait here.
Oh.
And then Ebony kind of gets up and hurries off out of the room and into the back of the library, towards where like the living area for the family is. And after a minute, she comes back, and she has a vial in her hand. And
What's
she
that?
passes it to you along with a single orange feather.
Phoenix down?
We'd always had these in reserve just in case something happened to you. But we won't have much use of them if you're not here, so better you to have them now.
It's a Phoenix down. What's the vial?
It is a phoenix down and a single elixir.
Where did you get these?
You'd be impressed how much you're willing to save up when you have a child you're trying to take care of.
She wraps her arms around both of them.
Thank you. For everything. 20 years of it.
Just make sure that 20 years isn't the last of them, alright?
Oh. I plan to live the whole... Would it be 150? 120? I have no idea how long I'm gonna live.
I don't think anyone actually does. You're like one of the only Elvon Mithra hybrids of your dilution in history.
Yeah, and I don't even have a grandfather.
yeah, that makes the history tree look weird. The family tree.
Magic, it's awesome.
It's bullshit.
Language the Miracle doesn't know swears.
What?
Yeah, Cassandra had already covered his ears.
Sandra, I can't hear Koopa.
That's a good thing.
Alright,
Cassandra.
take care, alright?
I'll write to you soon and maybe send you a tome if I could find one. I promise.
Alright. Try best to get a move on now, or we're gonna be here all day.
I love you guys.
We love you
And
too.
I'll be back.
You damn well better. Like I said, if you're not, you are grounded forever.
Don't touch my room while I'm gone. Oh no. So, yeah, we should go. Bye, I guess. For now. She lingers for a moment. One last little bit of hesitation before she walks up to Aeon, takes him from Cassandra, hugs him for support, and walks out.
Oh.
Hey, the emotional support plush.
I was gonna say that.
Certified, get the license.
That's my movie.
Mine now.
He has a license for it.
Alright.
Oh, man.
He's just gonna hug Rosa back.
Then just while they're walking out the door, Cassandra just looks back at the two. You did the right thing.
Good job.
You know, it's easy for you to say that. I'm not sure I believe it yet.
This will be good for her. She needs to see beyond these city walls.
Just keep her grounded, okay?
We will.
Count on it.
All right. Go, please. We need to be alone before we change our minds.
Nah.
Alright.
All right. And with that, you step on out. We're about an hour and 8 minutes in. Holy shit.
Yeah, that went a lot better than I thought it would.
That dice roll of 11 saved your ass.
Oh,
It was gonna be so much worse if you hadn't rolled that high.
Like,
if I failed that dice roll, would it have been the option 2 of leaving without their consent?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was about to say, I half expected them to like just start like pointing fingers at Cassandra's like, get out.
It was
What was
very
the
it was very close to that.
What was the DC on that dice roll?
Technically 12.
Oh my.
You were just close enough to eke out a positive outcome, but not the most positive you could have.
Mhm.
That wasn't the most positive I could have.
Well, again, the dad is still very hesitant. And if
Yeah,
it-
this
if
was
it longer, he
this was
would've said
a
no.
this was a begrudging and reluctant allowance of you to going on this trip. If you'd rolled a 12, you would have actually like properly convinced them instead of them resigning to the fact that we really can't stop her no matter how much we disagree. So,
Alright, well, thanks
So-
for the plus 2.
yeah,
I honestly expected a fight.
yeah, like an argument.
Same.
It was
Like an
leaning
argument, and
it was leaning very close to that a couple of times, and if Cassandra had spoken up and said the wrong thing at some point, it would have escalated into that.
That's why she just kind of just stood there as support, like if things got bad, she just kind of kept her mouth shut.
Probably wise. But anyway, so you are now outside of all that.
Right.
And so Cassandra comes up and hugs Rosa from behind with like the
One
typical
arm
big
side
sister,
hug.
like no, like the typical big sister, like both arms behind her head, leaning up against her. Just like, so, how's it feel being an adventurer now?
Honestly, right now, not that great.
Not gonna lie, Kaya's just like patting her arm, just like, good job.
You'll be okay.
This doesn't feel like adventure yet. This feels like leaving my parents in a pile of heartbreak and doubt.
She starts pulling at her cheek. None of that.
Just you right, Kupo. All the road trips, the adventure, the monsters. It's gonna be great, Kupo.
Trust us, it'll be great.
The exile from the
Hello.
villages.
If the Murgle says that, who am I to argue? Ruffle his head. His paw.
Yee, Kupo.
Good. Cassandra ruffles her head. Now come on, let's go collect Darwolf Lady and see where we go next.
Right.
Hello.
There's an adventuring party name idea.
Ow.
No, the Free Howlers.
Wait,
Yes.
what?
The Free Howlers, because now Rosa's free, and like one of your group members is a fucking Lupin, and wolves tend to howl. So, I don't know. There's an idea.
But Rose is a cat.
Meow.
I don't howl. I'm Mew.
Meow.
Meow.
Well, whatever. It's just something I threw out there because it rang cool in my head. Anyway,
Cassandra sneakily scratches her behind the ear.
Oh,
And who's there? Sorry.
your ear.
Oh no.
all right.
Involuntary purr.
Okay. All right. So you're making your way over to the Whiskers corner.
Yes.
Yep.
And
All right.
apparently,
So-
darkness is being interrupted by Mum once again.
Oh no. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait for him for a minute.
Lord.
Damn it.
Sandra, I want pets.
And Cassandra just picks up Aeon from Rosa.
Oh, my Moogle.
Why is that a picture I see? It's just like she goes to pick her up, and then Rose is like, no, and it
mine.
just starts slowly pulling.
It's like they're fighting over it. My Moogle,
Yeah,
my
Kai is
Moogle,
just
my
like,
Moogle,
I'm
my
done
Moogle.
with this. Kai is
Feel-
just like, I'm done with this.
I'm just done with this.
Oh, they're weirdos.
And then as soon as like they keep pulling, and Aeon just goes launching into the air and then into Kai's arms.
Yep.
Or
I
better
can
yet,
see
on a
that
Kinara's
happening
head.
Either or, it will be fine.
Honestly, it'd just be funnier just to him just land it like in Kai's arm, just looking at her. It's like, and just
What
all the hugs.
about
Yeah.
a name?
That Kai is just like, oh.
What about a name like the Broken Cage or something of similar connotation?
Well, yeah.
The broken cage.
A bird that flies.
Technically, it wasn't broken; it was open.
Oh yeah, but it doesn't sound as cool. The open cage. The broken cage.
Ay, ay, ay.
Cage.
Definitely you could see that happening just when they're fighting over the Moogle, just woo, falls into someone's arms.
Just Aeon gets sick and tired of people pulling him this way and that, so he casts eject on himself, and whoever catches him gets him.
It's just Kai.
Well, like a bouquet at a wedding.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
just about
kinda.
to say the bouquet, yeah.
Oh my
The bouquet
God.
at the wedding that Aeon went back in time and ruined.
Oh.
My God.
Thanatos, who is this Moogle and why is he so cute?
I don't know about the cute part. Or no, Aeon steals the bouquet and then disappears.
Sandra, I brought you flowers.
We desperately need a please wait or to be continued screen for the recordings for these, for when we have to go AFK for a second, like for this.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of that would work for that might be like having like just a picture of like Kyanna in the middle of a white void hammering away at some nondescript piece of technology with text that reads, "Hang on, we broke it again."
Why did I imagine just Kai just like trying to fix everything as usual?
Yeah, that's her thing. She's the engineer.
Diana the builder, can she fix
No.
No. Here's what's hilarious. Aeon, everybody's traveling. We run into some really big, like, old, like, really worn out piece of tech, and then Aeon just goes, "Don't worry, we got this. Kai can fix it."
You just
And just like Kai just looks at this thing. It's literally like there's no way in hell, and she's just like,
Aeon's the cheerleader of the group. I already know this.
Yeah, pretty
like Kai
much.
just hops in there and just starts looking, and Aeon's just going like, "Go, Kai, go, Kai, go."
Remember
go,
when
go,
Avela was
go,
doing the
go."
cheerleader routine and literally manifested palms? That's Aeon.
It's like, and then Rose is like, "Where did he get the palms?" Don't ask.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Jesus Christ. Darkness, come on! You got some good momentum here.
Darkness, our old friend.
What about? While we're waiting, what about other names can we think of? Like
The
Well-
ejects.
Ejects. That sounds so much like the rejects.
No, it's just eject because we eject everyone else away from us.
Aside from the
Yeah.
links to the Warriors of Light, like, hey.
I'm not gonna lie, Mystic, you broke me at freaking Kai the Builder.
Oh my god.
I broke Skadarma too.
You break everyone, let's be real. It's the magic of Aeon.
I break everything.
Okay, what was that most recent name suggestion?
Broken Cage.
No, there's another one after that.
Birds That Fly. Something like that.
The Misfits.
That was the one as well.
We're a couple of misfits.
I'm just trying to think of something meaningful.
I like the birds that fly. That one was actually a nice one.
Birds
I'm
That
back,
Fly.
sorry for that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Welcome
yeah.
back, Darkness.
We're just out of character
Hear
entertaining.
names?
Out of character entertaining some of the group names. Like, obviously we had the links to the Warriors of Light with the Legacy of Light.
The only thing
got-
I could come up with, Radiant Light or Radiant
We're also
Legacy.
thinking of we're also thinking of the connotation of breaking gilded cages, flying free, etc., etc.
Hmm.
Poignancy.
Yeah, like I said, the only thing I've come up with was like Radiant Legacy or Radiant Light or something.
No, I just kind of want to maybe steer away from like the Warriors of Light and anything
Yeah.
light-based.
Yeah, because like only
Oh,
two
yeah.
members of the party actually have any direct connection to the Warriors of Light, and even then, that's a distant connection.
Like, I do like the names, but this is probably me just being biased for my character. But I do like the connotation of birds flying free.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Birds Flying Free, and it kind of fits with the logo for the campaign too.
It
I was
does.
about to say, yeah.
I didn't even think of that, but yeah, it
The
does.
free birds.
Phoenixes, the free bird. Yes.
Okay, you guys are the free birds, I guess.
I have bat wings, Koopa.
Who cares? You have wings, you fly. And,
No,
you-
I just
so,
put
like-
that song in my
and
head.
you're
seeing,
free-spirited as fuck.
Anyway, so
Let's say we have only one being that can fly. I mean, Cassandra can somewhat.
Aeon can make any of us fly.
I can make anyone fly now.
Eject!
And
Anyways.
technically, you're missing another person in the group that is also can fly. Tyr
Oh, yeah,
can fly
Tyrman.
too.
But yeah.
Tyr can fly.
As-
Fluffy can't though.
Oh yeah, I could potentially do that later. But yeah, as we're going, Rose is going. So we had Legacy of Light, Broken Cage. You suggested Misfits. Oh, something like Birds That Fly, or that kind of spitballing. What do you think, Cassandra? You're the experienced adventurer. You must have tons of cool names in your head.
The free birds.
And
And you proved me right.
The free birds, Koopa. It's pretty, Koopa.
I like it.
Alright.
I'd say that's
haven't-
appropriate.
We have a name now. Now let's
You're
go
officially
pick
an
up our-
adventuring party.
We are now an official party. Now let's go get our tank.
Yes. We're missing the fluffiest of the birds. Oh, actually, the biggest, fluffiest bird, because we have the smallest, fluffiest bird right here, who actually has wings.
Fluffy next to you kind of goes,
Darkness, I swear to God, you better not be your mum again.
Yeah.
Just a bit of
You are.
background noise. I'm still here.
You are an actual bird. You're practically cheating, girl. Don't get
Fluffy
snarky
kind
with
of
me.
and Fluffy kind of nuzzles up to you, sensing that you're still a little on the upset side.
I'll be fine, I think. Just keep giving those nuzzles. They're nice.
Can't believe I'm saying it, but that was cute.
Gets floppy in the scritch spot.
Like starts kicking the ground. All right, so you make your way to the other side of the Twin Squares, where you find the Whiskers Corner. And Kinara, you've been here for a little while now. Where did you park yourself out here?
Just standing up.
Are you
Probably on the
like
outside.
say like you chose to stand outside? You didn't go in.
Nope.
All right.
Although, what time of day is it?
I'd say it's like at this point like 4, maybe 5 p.m.
Hmm.
Well, maybe not quite. I'd say about 4. You guys spend a good, you guys spend a while up in the castle, like, and you've been walking around a lot. It took you like a couple hours from dawn to get back. So like, it was like noon when you got back into the city. It would have been a little bit of walking to get up to where the castle is. You spent like a few hours in there, and then that conversation we just had alone took like 30 minutes. So I'd say you're well past lunchtime. We'll say like 2 or 3 o'clock. So, with that in mind. As you're kind of standing there, Kinara, before the others come up, we're kind of rewind the clock a little bit as you're kind of standing there. There's going to be a couple minutes that pass as you're waiting for the others to emerge from the Vermilion Pages before you hear the door to the Whiskers Corner open up not far away.
Yep.
And you look over and you see the guy that hired you before stepping out. This kind of a low look on his face. He looks kind of somber, a little solemn. He looks over at you and kind of jumps a bit. Ah! Apologies, sorry, you are very large.
Yes, I get that quite a lot.
You know, that's not usually something you want to say to a lady.
That's what she said.
Some people like big ladies.
Apologies,
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
apologies, I meant no offense. If you do not mind me asking, where are your friends?
I am waiting for the mother dealing with personal matters.
I don't know how to ask this.
What's on your mind?
Would you mind terribly much if I waited with you? I want to apologize to your friends.
As long as you keep your distance, I suppose.
Oh, all right. And yeah, backs off a little bit and finds a spot that's still within visual range of you, but not too close, and starts waiting.
She's just scouring and just keeping an eye on him.
And after a few minutes after that is when you see the others emerge from the Vermilion Pages and start making their way over, and the rest of you catch sight of Kinara leaning on the outside of the Whiskers Corner, and you also catch sight of Ilfrik sort of a little ways off, sort of fidgeting in place, not really quite able to look you guys in the eye as you're heading for Kinara.
Oh, great, it's him again.
Oh, great.
Kuna!
It's Kinara, but fair enough.
Can't pronounce your full name, Koopa.
Look, it's as close as you're gonna get. I'd say might as well get used to it.
Kuna.
Kuna.
I guess it pays to
Yes.
have a simple name.
Well, Mr. Blood Money's over there wants to say something.
And I'm guessing they just all just turned to him.
He's a little ways off at present. Like, he's kind of shooting your group little glances, but he's like visibly appears to be waiting for you to head to him.
Well, let's go see what
Yeah.
he wants.
Yeah, Kai's already at it.
Okay.
Yes, this individual weeks of desperation.
And can I just have AR go up to him and just like, are you here to give us the money again, Koopo?
I love you, Mystic.
He blinks at you a few times. I mean, that was step 7.
Step 7.
Look,
What's the other 6?
Step 7, Koopo, but I'm right in front of you, Koopo.
not to sound rude or anything, but you're in a position to talk. You're flying.
Koopo? You could fly too, Koopo.
I cannot.
I can make you fly, Cooper.
I would rather you
Someone
not.
restrain her.
Cassandra just like covers his eyes. Aeon, remember what we talked about?
Okay.
Yes, Sandra.
Okay. Now, Cassandra, was it?
Yeah.
When we spoke earlier, you were quite angry with me, and I understand that. And understand that, the task I entrusted you and your group with did not quite go as had been hoped or planned. And I want to apologize to you for that. If I'm not the best at social interactions. I'm not always the best at reading people or reading the room. So sometimes my unfiltered thoughts run away from me and I say things that I shouldn't. And if I did that with you, I must give apologies. It was not my intent to offend.
Please, just stop. Look, I wasn't really in the best of moods, and really none of it was your fault. I should be apologizing. I shouldn't have spoken to you that way, and just some stuff happened on the job, and let's just say emotions were high at the moment.
Take a drink.
Let's just say, he said, let's just say.
First, fuck you, Tom.
Incidentally, I have the white drink for this, white here.
Oh my
Second.
god.
Okay.
Hey, so sweet.
Shut it.
No,
Wanna die?
Oh, God.
maybe.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Like,
Let's not get this video struck. Anyway, so, it's not how I was expecting this to go, frankly. I guess we're both sorry then, and if that is the case, then and he reaches back into his pouch and withdraws the same coin satchel from before. I did briefly overhear you talking when you left, about how you didn't want to accept this on the grounds it was blood money, and I get that. But at the same time, I can't in good conscience allow the favor you did for me to go unrewarded, so if not as a reward for completing the task, then as consolation for things getting tense?
She holds out a hand. Yeah, that's fair.
Alright, and he passes you the coins.
Wait.
I want to hold it, Cooper.
She just hands it over to Aeon. Put it in the stash.
Yay!
Alright, the party has acquired 250 gil, I believe is how much was promised.
I believe so.
Yeah.
So
We
you're now...
could use this to, better equip ourselves, because as much as I love my bow, I think, it wasn't made for adventurers.
Oh, yeah,
it
we're
was
gonna
made.
need something other than just that little twig with a string.
I have a
Maybe-
twig, though.
oh my god.
Aeon,
I
you're,
May I have a look at that?
you're
though?
I did-
one.
I did work really hard on it.
May I have a look?
And she just kind of pinches Rose on the cheek. And I'm sure you did, sweetie, but we need to get you something real.
I feel very patronized.
You absolutely are being patronized right now. I've been on the receiving end of it enough to know when it's being delivered.
Yeah, Kai is kind of like snickering a little bit.
At any rate, since we seem to have smoothed things over, and well, as I mentioned when first we met, I was here doing research for me and my partner, and that tome of communion was how I spoke with my partner. But now said tome is no longer functional, so
Yeah, sorry about that. There was a mishap with the thief and my chocobo.
No, I was told. I understand, and I'm not blaming any of you for that. That being said, this does mean I'm going to have to travel back to my partner manually and speak with him in person about it, and that will take time. And it involves traveling over various forms of terrain that are potentially dangerous, and I am no fighter. So, no hard feelings if you say no, but if you are in the market for more work, I could use someone to watch my back on the road there, just to make sure nothing else tries to steal from me.
Well, you're in luck. We were just looking for a new destination.
Ah,
Where
well,
you headed?
that is actually very fortuitous then.
Where you heading?
My partner and I were based out of the city of Tenori on the mainland in Lapinia. Lot of very high-end magical facilities there. I was going to be taking the Callaway back out this evening. Be sailing to the settlement of Windurst along the coast. Kayana, you may make a lore general check to hear about this place, to see what you know about Windurst.
Okay.
It's one of the major cities we didn't go to.
Benori is. I don't know. Windurst. I don't know that one.
I don't even see Windurst on the map.
It's because it's not a major city.
Yeah. Tenori's the capital of Lapinia. In the game version, that's where we meet Ultra is.
I'm just an octopus.
Okay with the lore, right?
Yeah, lore general or lore history, whichever you have in this case. Both would be appropriate.
Yeah, and I'll go look. Yeah, I don't have it. Yeah, I don't. So just roll that.
Oh, Ari, one thing real quick. I just
Yeah.
remembered. You're using a Samsung Go mic, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see the little switch on the side of it?
Yeah.
What's that currently set to?
Give me a moment. Yeah, it's on one side. It's down.
Okay, it has 3 settings that change the sort of direction and sensitivity of the microphone. Do me a favor and just swap it to the middle one and let's see what happens. I want to see if we can, like, get your voice a little louder with that.
I have something.
Okay, that's much quieter. Flip it to the top.
How about now?
All right, that sounds closer to, like, Tom's volume.
Mm-hmm.
My mic is also right next to my face.
That helps.
So R2D6, right?
Yeah. /R 2d6 and then whatever lore skill you have.
Yeah, I don't have any, so I might as well try.
I did have one thing with Kinara, but it can wait for a while. Plus, I keep forgetting that I changed my settings to
7.
not pick up too much sound.
7.
So,
All right, 7. So, you don't know a whole lot about the city, but Windurst was apparently founded around 60 years ago, after the tide walls fell, with the intended function to serve as a sort of easy point of egress within the Grand Gateway Bay for the rest of Lapinia so that it could get more benefits from the sort of booming commerce of that large region. So, and it also was built to help facilitate incoming ships from Venata. So, like, exotic trade goods would have an easier point of entry to the rest of the administration without having to, like, land down in fucking Garlat and then travel on foot for an age, or try to land in Toul, which would involve sailing around the northern end of the continent. So Windurst was established for that. It's not a large city, but it is a significant settlement in that it allows for that sort of additional arrival. I have now added it to the map.
It is right. Yeah.
Yes.
Which means we gotta go through mountains to get to Tenori.
More like a foot or something.
Okay.
By passing Farson.
I feel like the bottom setting was actually better, Ari, so go ahead and swap back to that. Sorry, I just wanted to experiment with that, see where we were at.
So we're shopping for things, and how much gil do we have altogether?
545.
545. How much does a tier 2 weapon cost?
A tier 2
Not get those
weapon.
yet.
I mean, if you want to blow the money on it, technically you can. But generally speaking, you're not supposed to start getting a lot of tier 2 equipment until you're... It costs 700 gil to get a tier 2 weapon.
Oh, we have 500. So...
We'll be able to get it.
Yeah.
Although, I was going to do a little thing, I guess, with Kinara when they brought up the bow.
All right, and that would be?
Rosa,
Huh?
can I have a look at your bow for a second?
Okay.
Do you expect it and also the string of it?
Okay.
Hmm.
It is a very rudimentary thing. Basically just made of some curved driftwood and a string.
Definitely made by amateur, but still can
Hey.
hold. I mean, frankly, I've seen worse being made, so this will serve you well for a while, at least. But perhaps next time when you do get involved in combat, perhaps be at a distance.
It's a bow. That's how you use them.
You know what I'm talking about. But anyways, I suppose we are now going to get ourselves some efficient equipment.
Well, like I said, like a better bow might cost up to 700 gil, and I don't think we have that much, do we?
We do not. We only have about 500.
It's about 750 is how much I'm willing to pay your group to serve as an escort for me.
If you are able to pay that up front, we can buy better equipment that's not driftwood with a bit of string, and
it's in my experience generally not good practice to pay the full thing up front, but I'd be willing to part with 250 of that up front.
That'll work.
All right. As an incentive to get you on board. Very well.
Well, incentive to get her something other than the twig she's carrying around.
I'm also thinking of a couple of runes. There's something that allows you to like cast spells real quick. I think that might be useful.
I don't think those are a thing.
Excuse me, who's the mage?
Well, I'm a mage too.
Well-
I studied at the Academy City.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I still can get an enchanted bow anyway. Those are things.
Well, Miss Mage, I'm
I
gonna
mean, my
be...
grandpa's scythe was enchanted, so he.
Oh,
could use
you're
magic.
talking about enchanted items. I thought you just meant like a rock with a rune on it that just let you cast a spell, just poof. Because that
No,
isn't
I'm
a
talking
thing.
about my bow.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got a little confused there. My mistake.
Aeon tried the rock thing. Didn't work. Mostly just ended up blowing up in somebody's face.
Can we get more of those? Those were fun, Koopa.
No.
Maybe when you're older.
But I am older, Koopa.
Well, Miss Mage...
Miss
As you like.
Mage.
I think
No, it's talking to Rosa.
Oh, okay.
Rosa.
My bad.
Yes.
Is that? Hate to break the bad news, but I at least need 50 of that. For everyone's safety.
What do you mean?
Well, as efficient as a sword is, it can't do well, per se, with protecting everyone, or even myself. So, I was thinking, if there's a decent blacksmith around here, perhaps a shield.
I don't think you can use. Is her sword considered?
It's
What
currently
is considered?
it is considered. I believe we went with reliable blade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty
so-
much.
So
I can
yeah, so technically
reroll.
she can use a
an
shield with
accuracy.
that technically.
Oh, okay.
How much
I
does the
figured-
shield cost? 50.
I mean, she's strong enough to hold one-handed.
So we had exactly 500. He's given us 250.
So again,
Yeah, he already applied the 250 to your incentive to your communal guild, so you're up to 795 right now.
Yeah,
So
but
you
I mean,
said-
our tier 2 weapons. You said 750, but I'm looking at the
I think you said
In
700
sample
was
weapons.
tier 2.
Yeah, tier 2 is 700 gil. We
Yeah.
scored at the
And we
rulebook.
still have enough for the shield too.
Ah,
Yeah.
But then you'd be
And then
flat
that'll be-
fucking broke.
Well, only 45 left.
Which
but then we're
means
getting paid
we get
more
paid
on completing the job.
again for after this thing's done.
look,
So we
about the bow thing, perhaps I could help with that.
You don't look like an archer.
Do not underestimate my skills. After all, I'm a Lupin at the end of the day. We adapt to every situation. Don't forget that.
Is that how that? Okay. Sure.
Alright,
It
so
will take time, of course, but trust me, you won't be disappointed.
Well, then tell me what you mean, or I'm buying a shiny new bow that allows me to cast heals on you when you're getting murdered.
Do you ever have any form of patience in that head of yours?
What's patience, Koopa?
And that answers my question.
Something neither of us have. So let's go get your shield, get her a real bow with the shiny runes and everything.
It's more like what Kinara doesn't.
You do aware you also need those potions.
I have potions.
I think potions we're okay with for now.
I have potions. I have an antidote. I have ethers. I have a phoenix down. I have an elixir, and I've turned the mic off on my bloody robot, so it's not going to pipe up with that.
Well, before that, so when do you want to set off to this other location?
well, the plan was to set sail, like within a few hours. I'd already paid for transport off the island.
Okay. Well, we're
So
gonna go get the
hours
equipment, and we'll
before
meet you at the
then.
docks then. Come on, all of you, let's go.
You came in on the.
I'll cover your
Alright.
I'll cover your ferry expenses. By the way,
You're a rich
Oh.
man, aren't you?
I have very wealthy parents.
You don't have parental issues, do you?
I mean, we get along.
So you use your parents' money, Koopa?
I use money that I got as part of a paycheck from them. It's complicated, and I'd rather not get into it.
I'm glad you get along with them,
Sandra?
because we have enough angst in this group already, and we've known each other 2 days. Shall we go?
Yes, I am.
Is that what's called a gold digger, Koopa?
No, Aeon, that's usually a girl who marries into money.
You won't regret hiring us, Kupo.
He goes to the docks.
So, yeah. So now, to save time, I suppose we'll just say that we found a blacksmith and somebody to get a new bow
Rosa would know
from.
where it is, so she would take you straight there.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
also
So-
sent
so-
something to the DM.
Hold on, let me see it. What do you mean by that?
Oh, what we've been discussing.
As in
If
like,
I know you in IRL, I would literally punch you right now.
What?
Me and you
What?
would have been the best of friends in IRL.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
give me a second.
What is he doing now?
We're just discussing
Hollow
something out of
Whispers?
character. Hang on.
Honey, what did you do?
He didn't do anything. He's talking about something he wants to do.
Of course.
Rosa,
Yes?
you want to see my wand? It's got a little me on the top of it.
So, Mark Wand.
Gee.
No, you can use it to make big purple fireballs from the sky, right?
Mm-hmm, Koopa. You see the pretty stars that come down, Koopa?
I did, and I think the frogs did too.
They did. They went boom, Koopa.
It was to die for.
Yee! And they certainly did, Koopa.
That doesn't answer my question, Darkness.
Mostly my favorite part was when
Darkness, I
Kinara
tried to
told me-
ask you if you wanted to, when you asked, would that be a good time? Do you mean if you want to know if your idea
Yes.
would be swift, or do you want to just know if now is a good time to do it? And you
Yes.
answered fair enough. That doesn't help me.
Sorry.
That is not an answer to the question I asked you.
Fair enough.
That does not help me. 1 or 2.
1.5.
Fuck you. Stop
Gotta
fucking
do
with
some
me.
editing.
I can't DM with this bullshit.
Sorry.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Darkness.
Basically, the sec-
No.
Our VM has been triggered.
Ah.
Really.
Glasses
Well,
are-
basically, if it's just a good idea to do it now, so
Well, I mean
If
that's
it's
all,
possible.
that's up to your judgment.
it's worth a shot.
Yeah, I mean
Definitely.
if you want to do it now, you can get started. It'll take a few days, but you can get started today if you want to. That's up to your judgment.
literally-
I'm
Take a
not here
few
to tell you.
days.
I'm not here to tell you what's wise or what's not.
We're going to be. I will point out of character. We're going to be on a boat for a few days.
Yeah, you've
We're
got
on a
time.
boat.
All right, then we go along with it because I thought it was going to be like a few-hour trip or something.
No, the
No.
boats are faster in this area than they were last time, but it's still gonna take a few days to sail back to the mainland, especially heading for Windurst. It's about the same distance to Windurst as it is to Poriton. It's just that Windurst drops you off closer to Tenori.
Fair enough then.
Yeah, same thing as IRL when you go on a boat to see me.
Anyway, when we're at the blacksmith, Rosa is going to purchase for
Well,
700
before
gil.
that, you could do that, or just give me 350 of it,
Yes.
and I suppose I could perhaps make you a bow, since we're going to be on sea for a couple of days.
Are you capable of enchanting them?
Well, why do you think it would take me a couple of days?
So, DM, what is this ability that Kinara's using?
Synthesis.
Can Kayana help with
Kinara
that?
actually has synthesis.
Apparently, the Darkness
yes.
decided to invest a bunch into the synthesis weapons skill. So yes, which honestly makes sense because the Lupin made a lot of their own damn weapons. Makes sense.
So
Kinara's
Can-
synthesis skill is tinkering, which is gadgets, gizmos, and accessories.
In Kayana.
Yeah, that's Kayana.
So, wait,
get-
Darkness literally can make a bow with properties?
Yeah,
With time.
It, will take a few days. It'll take a few
Okay.
it'll take a few in-game days for a craft like that to be resolved, and there would be a dice roll involved, but there would be a chance of failure, but it would only cost half the gil to attempt it.
I say that's worth the effort, and let's say Kinara has Destiny she can throw in it if she needs it.
All right.
I mean, there's going to get even more laters, and I got 4 now, so it's good.
All right.
Just think,
Kayana
you
would-
can have a you can have a wolf bow.
I mean, an more arcane kind of Watcher aesthetic would be good, but Kayana, you tinker
Got
with
it.
stuff. Would you be able to like assist?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, like she's just
I
like,
have to admit, I don't know much about your tinkering methods, but I am impressed with your skill. I have noticed that you quite reliable with that, so perhaps...
She made a cloak.
Finally noticed
Yes.
something else other than my size.
You certainly know how to hold a grudge, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we could put aside that, I would require your specialties. It could make the work easier.
Please stop calling me small. And a child.
She already learned that
I mean-
lesson.
I think you can't pass that stage of being called a child ever again. You've definitely proven to be a... What was it again? Ah, yes. Littlefield adult.
Arahel.
Phil.
Or Tarafel. Tarafel adult. Alright.
Again, sense Kayana's body temperature rising with rage. That's not how you pronounce my species name!
Yeah, basically through what I still got that in my head when we're basically going through the different character like races and which one we wanted to pick. Or she wanted to pick.
Fine.
Okay.
But anyway.
Alright, so...
In that case,
Alright.
350 gil. Make me a bow worthy of adventures and stuff.
What about
Alright.
the shield?
Sure.
So 350 from your 795 brings you down to 445.
And what about the shield?
Only 50 is a tier
It's only
1,
50,
isn't it?
yeah.
Okay, so that's 400. So yeah, we're not broke.
Alright, back down to 395. Alright, so Darkness, you get a tier 1 shield in that case. Which will,
Kinara just needs to be more tanky.
Yep. It'll give you +2 to your armor and your magic armor, a +1 to your avoidance. No properties.
Let's put that in my sheet.
And I'm after an arcane bow, tier 2, quick cast property.
Alright.
Is there a quick cast property?
It would be Gemini. Gemini Arcane.
Ah.
And you can get that for tier 2, yes. That's the thing that broke campaign 1.
Oh
Because-
no.
Yeah, but
not
here's the thing.
again.
Here's the thing. It's because we misread how Swiftcast works on arcane weapons. This will allow Rosa, if you succeed on the synthesis check for that, it will allow Rosa to make to use a spell as a standard action once per combat.
Yeah.
It doesn't become a
Because
standard
that's-
action for every spell unless you have haste going.
To be honest, I thought that was just an ability she had because I thought that Swiftcast was only one.
No, that was just
um,
a misreading of the rules that we had way back when.
that we used throughout the entirety of campaign 1. That's why magic was
Because
so
I
key.
read a rule wrong. And
Yeah,
I didn't
we'll do
realize
that now and
and I
then.
didn't realize we were wrong until we did, was it our first or our second adventure with Vral and company?
I don't know. Like, I mean, considering half of our party at that point used magic, and this one only 2 can use magic.
At any rate.
Mhm.
Now, so as matters stand, so
I mean,
we'll handle the synthesis check for that later. For now, though, you've got the raw materials. That's what the 350 for the tier 2 weapon was. It was you collecting the raw materials you need to make the weapon.
although I'm gonna hold on the shield first, see what everyone else gets, because it's either gonna be tier 1 or tier 2, because tier 2 is only like 100 more, isn't it? If I'm correct.
For what?
a
For
shield.
Tier
like
2 a tier 2
150.
shield is, yes, 150, but I've already subtracted 50 for the tier 1 shield, so
Again, and we're really not supposed to have tier 2 stuff until later.
yeah. Like until you guys hit level 4, you guys aren't supposed to have full tier 2 sets. Until level 4, you're supposed to have like a smattering of tier 1 and tier 2. So,
Either way, I think since we have a little bit of money, I'm going to spend the next 25 just to refill that one potion I used.
all right. Bringing you down to 370.
So yeah, I think as far as other equipment, I think we're fine
All right.
because we haven't really used a whole lot.
In that case, there's one more thing I could get if everyone's alright with it.
And what is that?
Just a tier 1 bow.
Tier 1 bow. I have a tier 1 bow. I could give
Not
you my
for
tier
you.
1 bow.
Not
No, I thought that we were using that for the materials, aren't we?
No.
we bought materials to make a bow. I have a tier 1 bow
Fair
already.
enough.
Yeah.
Those type of things. Why do you want a bow?
Well, specialize with range now and then. There are foes where I cannot reach with my sword.
I mean,
And besides, it's personal matters that I like to keep to myself.
technically, he could. Warriors can use ranged weapons.
Yeah, they can use most weapons.
Are you
You're
sure?
You're gonna have to switch between the weapons. Like, you're probably gonna have to take a whole turn just to switch from your sword to your bow.
I'm aware how it works. If I switch and don't move, I could theoretically shoot with it. If that's how that
Well,
works.
Could.
Ge-
Give me a better bow.
The way I think I'll rule it, as I will rule it the same way that I would rule using a consumable. You can substitute using a standard or a movement action to change your currently equipped weapon.
Yeah, and then I'd be able to shoot with the bow.
Fair.
Correct?
I mean, that's
Indeed.
fair.
That's
You have to-
good.
Yeah, you have to
Can ours
sacrifice.
just-
You have to sacrifice either movement or standard to do it. But yes.
Kinara's just gonna
Which
be
probably
the jack
do
of all
move.
trades now.
Pretty much. I'm just going for what Lupins go for. They adapt to situations.
So do you
Well-
want? So do you want to spend the money on a bow for that, or do you just want to accept the offer of Rosa pawing off hers?
Well, probably best to say
Because
Miguel
bear
I
in
could
mind,
do that.
bear in mind, it will take a few days for the tier 2 bow you're trying to make to be created, and it will require a skill check that if you fail, you lose the components and don't get a weapon. So
Yeah, probably go with the best option then. In case that scenario happens.
How much is a tier 1 bow?
150.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
I did say 150.
All right, so that should bring you down to 220, I believe.
Believe
Mhm.
so. All right.
All right, there you go. You are now down to 220 gil.
I think
And
we're
plus
good with the
Canal.
shopping now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
plus
think that's
Kinara would
good
have gone
for-
with the normal bow that they black at the forge anyway,
All right.
since he's ridiculed.
All right. So
Roses.
So that stint of shopping takes you guys a little while. By the time you've gathered up all of the materials Kinara needs to craft the bow, I'd say it's getting on toward, like, just for the sake of convenience, as you're done shopping, it's getting on towards about the point where you suspect the Callaway will be setting off, so.
Have we got everything? You've got your components. I've got potions. Hang on, you've got your palm? Yes, on your head. Good. This is fine.
You're getting
But-
nervous again.
Again? When was this again?
You keep switching between the emotions.
There are many of them, Kinara. Not all of us can just be like, I'm done. Cold and cool wolf woman.
I want to see Kuna smile, Koopa.
I don't think that's an objective.
That is an objective and a half.
New
Sure.
goal for Aeon. Make Kinara smile.
Well, anyways. So, with that, I take it you make your way down to the docks?
Yep.
All right, so with your gear now acquired, you make your way down to the Marasu docks. It's getting on towards sunset at this point. It is, unfortunately, still a cloudy-ass day, so you don't have a whole lot of sunshine, so it's just kind of gloomy as you're coming down. But, like, there's, like, some parting of the clouds over near the horizon, so you're getting just the faintest bits of golden rays of sunset piercing through here and there, creating the sort of sharp contrast where the darkened clouds sort of press against this sort of, like, invasive spear of blinding light from the sunset, creating this very, very pretty and dramatic display off in the distance that you will soon be sailing for. And before long, you find your way to the Callaway, the ship that those of you who came to the city came in on. And you can see Ilfrik is kind of waiting by the rampway up, sort of reading just a book, it looks like, just just looks to be a regular old novel or something.
Do you people ever stop reading?
He's the money man, Kupo.
I do stop reading from time to time, yes, but it is a good way to pass the time when I need to wait for things. And it's just also how I exercise my mind.
What's wrong with books? Rose asked, like, just pouring her spell book. That's our side. Books are cool.
Sandra
They give you
doesn't
information.
read.
Yes?
Oh, we will fix that.
I read.
You don't
just
read
read-
books, Kupo.
I read cool books.
What was the last book you read, Kupo?
It was about dragons.
Oh, of course, Kupo.
Not that dragon.
No, he's fine, Kupo. He's fine.
Speaking of, if I look up, do I see Tyr anywhere circling?
Rosa, make an awareness check. Cassandra, make a stealth check for Tiermouth.
Well, I rolled a 3, so
What?
it's gonna be fine.
Good.
6 in all.
I forget what my stealth is. 3.
I need to see. 10.
10.
Yeah, no, you don't catch any sight of Tiermouth.
What's that? Jesus, not so.
Well, regardless. So, you have everything you need?
I think so.
All right.
Do we have everything we need? We're not missing anything, are we?
No, we're fine.
We're fine.
I have got all the equipment from the forge, so I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Are you?
Wow, such menace.
How long's this trip going to be? Ilfrik?
Let's see here. And Ilfrik kind of gives you a quicker lowdown. Out of character, this journey from Marasu to Windurst.
Oh my god.
Now, that's not how long it will take in actual time because the boat travels faster.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's walking speed.
so if it says 19 days there, let me double check my travel speed thing because travel times are different now because technology's improved.
We said for airships, it's a quarter of the time.
Airships now travel 10 times faster than on foot instead of 4 times faster. Traveling by boat here says 3 times faster. So,
So, 6 days.
6 days, a little under a week.
Okay.
Yes. I'd say little under a week, maybe less, depending on how hard they decide to push the Magitech engines on this thing.
Let's get this over with then.
All right. After you.
Cassandra?
Yeah.
I've never been on a boat. What's it like? Is it gonna be, rocky or wet or splashy or oceany?
You live on an island and you've never been on a boat.
You've met
That
my
explains it.
parents. You think they let me on a ship?
She was grounded most of the time, Kupo.
That yes, sure.
I was starting to think it's the water.
That's Cassandra just pets her on the head. Don't worry, Rosa, you won't get wet. Too much.
If it makes you feel any better, you could hang out in the hold.
We'll see.
All right, so with that, y'all pile on board the Callaway. Looking around, you catch sight of a handful of familiar people, those of you who are on this boat before, people who were riding along it with you when you came to Marasu just yesterday. Look like they're... While there are still a couple days of festivities to go, looks like these folks are just about done with it at this point. Or either that or they just have other places to be and weren't even here for that, but who knows. Regardless, after a short while about another 30 or so minutes, you hear this voice speaking over the sort of a tinny speaker. This is your captain speaking. We're going to be departing from Arasu in just a few moments. Please make sure you have everything. Once we're out of port, we're not turning around. Thanks for sailing with the Callaway. And then a few seconds later, the floor beneath you sort of vibrates a bit. And you can hear this slow, steady buildup of the Magitech thrusters beneath the water, revving up and gaining power. A familiar sensation to those who've been on this boat before, but to Rosa, it is a new feeling. Just the ground itself vibrating beneath you, and as the boat starts to come away from the pier, the way the boat starts to rock and bob with the waves, and your stomach kind of starts doing a funny little dance.
Is this normal? If the ship's not going to shake itself apart. Excuse me. She runs over to the edge and just holds her side immediately.
Never mind. Just let it out of your system, I guess.
Rosa's seasick.
But yes, so with that, the boat pulls away, revving up louder and louder. And Rosa, from your position by the rails, you're kind of looking over the edge and into the water. You can see the sort of bright purple glow of the Magitech engines as they then let out these little jets under the water that propel the boat into motion, and it starts to pull away from the city of Marasu.
As we're going, she's going to look up as the initial bout of queasy subsides and just stare at the island as it gets smaller and smaller.
Indeed.
Cassandra comes up beside her. There it goes.
I'm coming back, right?
She kind of hugs her. Yes, you're gonna go back one day. You'll be a stronger person because of it.
Aeon just hugs Rosa and says, "But for right now, we're kidnapping you, Koopa. Adventure!"
Is that what we're calling this? Well, this gives me less liability for all that's going to go wrong.
All right.
Yep. From now on, then she kind of pulls Rosa close to her. You belong to us.
Koopa!
Then where shall my captors take me next?
What an
have
interesting
one
way! What an
question.
interesting way for the first flight of the Freebirds to start.
I have
With a-
one question, though.
Yes.
Fluffy's with us, right? Or is she back at the...
No, we're taking it with.
Yeah. Fluffy does get to come on board the ship with you. Yes, Fluffy is in attendance.
You think I'd leave without Fluffy? You're kidding, right?
Yeah. She has to remain down below decks. And you kind of got that squared away during the 30 minutes where you were first getting set up, because a chocobo might have, like a non-flying chocobo or a not blue chocobo, might have a panic attack being out on the open waves and hurl over the waves and over the railing and fall into the ocean. And that's just a bad. So they have to keep the chocobos down in a special hold, and it's fine.
Yeah. Speaking of Freebirds, and as that comment is made, and the island vanishes on the horizon. Roger's eyes can shift from the back of the ship towards the front. Come on, I want to go see something. And it's going to start heading towards the bow.
You three keep yourself amused. I have some work to do. Hiya? I need your assistance.
Do you mean Kayana? Because you said alright.
Kayana? Well, I meant Kaya, but yeah,
Or you could just say Kai.
that was a nickname.
Yes.
Kai.
And yeah, Kai was like sketching in her book or something. Like, mostly sketching on her book, and then she closed it, like, coming.
Alright. So we'll get to you two in a minute, but for now let's wrap up what Rosa's doing.
So, tugging on Cassandra to follow,
Mm-hmm.
she's running up to the front, and you've all seen Titanic, right?
Oh
Standing on
my
the front of the ship.
god.
I mean, there's so many movies, and Leonardo DiCaprio, yeah.
So, yeah, she's rushes up to the front of the ship and kind of leans against the forwardmost railing, just letting the wind rush through her hair. Looking out across vast, empty blue. You know, I've seen that from the shore so many times. It's really big. Talking to Cassandra.
I'm sorry, I didn't. I think it cut out of it. I didn't. What are you looking at?
The ocean.
The ocean, letting the wind. She's at the very front on the bow.
And just. She's like, yeah, that's the ocean.
She said it's really, really big. Marveling at it.
Again, it's the ocean.
The ocean is meant
Yeah.
to be big.
But part of me never thought I'd actually get out here.
How's it feel, Koopa?
Aside from the seasickness and everything.
You just need your adventuring legs. Just think. You'll be seeing plains and mountains and forests. Fiery hell pits. I'm sorry, what was that last one?
Shark teeth monsters, flying wyverns, all the slimy, gross things you could think of.
Let's start with the port town, shall we? Still, I like our name, Freebirds.
You're free now.
For the first time, I think I am.
Yee, Koopa.
All
Let's
right.
fly.
All right. So, upon that note, let's go ahead and shift attention over to Kinara and Kayana. As I will
Oh
now
boy.
change. Yep.
First
So,
dice roll.
you guys are now out on the over this shit. So, there we go. World map music. All right. So, you guys are down below decks, I assume, like looking for a workshop or somewhere to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
It doesn't take you terribly long, and you eventually find just a little side room with a couple workbenches. It's currently not in use, so you reckon you can probably make use of it for the time being.
Good.
So, let's begin, shall we?
Yeah.
All right. So, with that in mind, real quick, the way I'm figuring our rule how long it takes to craft certain types of items is it will be based upon a weapon's tier and the type of item. Since you're currently attempting to craft a tier 2 weapon, I'll say that to craft a weapon will require as many days as as its tier. So, for this, it will take 2 days to craft this tier 2 bow. And it will require a synthesis weapons check of 9 or higher.
Okay.
Now, because you have enlisted Kayana's aid, I will let you roll with 1 additional d6.
Oh, that saves me a destiny then, although we'll keep that in mind. Plus the 3 I have. No, that's me. Why do I feel like looking at Steam with a bloody dice? And there goes one. I have to roll that one again. even with a bigger board. Anyways. So that's 1, 3. Oh. That do it.
All right. 10,
10.
I believe. Yep, 10. So, over the next couple of days, as you begin your ventures over the waves, you and Kyanna routinely meet up down below decks in this little workshop, and there's no one else there to ply your trade. Carving down the wooden planks you acquired to the appropriate lengths, using the various saw tools and whatnot, making sure it's appropriately bendy and pliant, getting the bowstring figured out. It takes you time, but soon enough, on the second day of travel, when you're about there on the map, you have managed to acquire a Tier 2 bow with the Gemini Arcane property. You may name it whatsoever you wish, and you may tell me how you want it to look.
Well,
If you can't think of anything, I'll just come up with a description, with an appearance for it myself. But
Yeah.
I imagine.
as I was going to say, the name was going to be up to Rosa. As for its look, she took what Rosa said to Kinara in the count and pretty much depicted it as best as possible for skill.
it should be noted that Kinara doesn't necessarily know a whole lot about Watchers, so...
Yeah.
I think
But
it's
she
fine
did
to
also
speak-
take amount of what she tried with the other one, which is why she expected the tier 1 bow she has at the moment.
I mean,
Rosa.
if Kinara needs input on how the aesthetics will look, Rose is right here.
Mm-hmm. Which I say, so for the sake of it, probably got Guy to go up there, have a look, and, just inform her what she wants it to look like, a bit more information and all that, how it's being crafted.
Yeah. And I guess we'll leave how Rosa wants it to look to Rosa.
In that
Yep.
case, let's have it be kind of a dark oak base with what looks like a dark green vine wrapping all the way down it, and then between the vines, the various runes that make up the quick cast.
Which can I happily add those as long as it's... Because she's happy to add anything as long as it, makes sense or aerodynamic. As for the design, she appreciates it. A challenge.
As for the name, Thorn.
Thorn?
Thorn. That's what it shoots.
Alright. Sweet.
Suitable
So,
name.
there you go. You now have a Tier 2 bow named Thorn.
Huh. Adobe was named Fawn, coincidentally enough. Rest in peace, you magnificent
Alright,
dog.
so with all that in mind, go ahead and just, I guess, however you want to present it to Rosa, go ahead. You may act that out if you so want.
Yeah. Which, where is Rose at the moment?
Well, that's up to Tom. A couple days into the journey, where would Rosa be?
Let's say at this point she is in her cabin attempting to figure out how a Poisona spell works and failing because seasick.
Would I imagine seeing a little bit flash of light under the door, or what?
Try something like that.
Sparks of green magic's like, okay, I'll come. Damn, not enough plants here.
And you'll be hearing the knock at the door.
Who is it? You saw nothing. You heard nothing. Who?
Sure. Your bow is ready.
Oh, just here. Tom says she rushes up the door and opens it. Kinara! Is Kyanna there too?
Yeah, besides. I don't know.
Kyanna! Hi! Forget about any of that. Bow? You said you had the bow?
Yeah, she just reaches to get it off her back. Keep in mind, I can't take all the credit for this. I had quite the helper.
This is just traces a hand
It's
down.
your new bow.
Traces a hand down the vine motif. Sex the runes.
I did it
And
best to
then-
your description.
And then just test it out. She's just gonna take the bow and just cast the. Even though there's no one here, just gonna cast a cure spell.
All right.
Uh,
So you give the bow sort of a little spin to excite the energies, and the cure spell goes off much faster than usual. Though upon the resolution of that, the runes kind of flicker and darken a bit, and they'll recharge over the course of the next several minutes, you know.
Thank you, Kinara. This is. Before she has the chance to protest, she is going to hug her.
The wolf is receiving a hug. Oh no! Wolf woman
Didn't
brain
go
go.
last time.
Eject! Eject!
No, Aeon's not here.
Where's the escape
but
button when you
Scarce
need
definitely
her?
has a look surprise on her face. And then slowly adds a hand on her head, and then does a Kratos and pulls back. You're welcome.
And you, Kayana, haven't forgotten you. Hugs her, attempts to lift her, fails to lift her, gives up.
Yeah, Kai's like, what the?
Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. Don't do that again without my permission.
Sorry. Excuse me, I need to go show off to Cassandra.
Yes, do that. I'm gonna keep myself busy elsewhere.
All right.
Yeah. Wonder what to find Cassandra! I got anything, it's awesome! I got a bow, it's got all vines and
Where?
runes and...
Where are we now?
I guess she ran up top deck to just
Yeah.
shove it into Cassandra's face.
Look how cool it is.
That's a nice bow, Rosa. You better
You like
take
it? You
care of it.
I promise I will take care of it, and it's not living, I can't feed it, but I will take care of it.
Sure, you can feed it. You can feed it the blood of your enemies by shooting people.
Only blood can satisfy its hunger.
More blood for the blood god!
Goals for the skull
Hey, this is Final Fantasy, not Warhammer.
Ari, did you see the thing I sent?
What did you?
It's in the roll
Did you
20
send me?
chat. It's in the roll 20 chat.
Oh god.
Ah.
Okay. Four.
Okay. In that case,
What is that
Kayana, I would like to drag you into the Hall of Whispers, please.
Oh no, it's
Oh no.
Yeah, it's your turn!
roll? Whoa.
darkness,
you're no longer
special.
I'm alright
no.
with that.
Hades
No
got
one's
back in
special.
last time, didn't they? Yeah.
Alright.
Uh,
Let's bring you over. Alright. So. Here we be. So. We'll say that, it's not long after that. After delivering the bow to Rosa and then kind of splintering off from Kinara. Whereabouts would you have Kayana go and park herself, since she doesn't usually strike me as being the most social member of the group?
Kai, where Kai would be?
Yeah, where would Kai go after successfully delivering the bow? To go hang around.
I think like her own, where, or like everyone goes to, like have their alone. I don't know. She would.
A mess, like the mess?
Yeah.
Okay. At about this hour, it's not exactly active in the mess or eating gallery, whatever you want to call it. Most people are currently off doing other things on different parts of the ship, so for the time being, you're just sort of sitting there on your own. But it's as you're sitting there on your own that you sort of glance up as you hear footsteps approaching, and you see Ilfrik approaching your table. Hi. Do you mind if I sit? I have a question I want to ask you.
Sure.
Thank you.
I have nothing else to do.
All right. And he sits down across from you, gets comfortable. Your name is Kayana, yes?
Yeah.
Shot in the dark, would your last name happen to be Omu?
How did you know?
Well, I mean, I live in Tonori. And, well, that family name carries a lot of weight, and a lot of eyes are on it. And so after all the drama that happened back in the city, I bumped into you, just like put the pieces together. Tarafel engineer has a gun named Kayana. That whole incident back in Tonori, word of it spread like wildfire. You know, drama like that, it's going to be on everyone's lips.
Oh.
Go on.
Great. There goes my whole secret. Great.
Well, I'm not going to go blurting it out to anyone, of course not. I just wanted to be sure of who I was traveling with, because I've asked you all to escort me to Tonori, and given events there, I know that might be a bit uncomfortable for you, so I just wanted to be sure of all of that. And for whatever it's worth, I am sorry about what happened to your friend.
I didn't want to go back, but apparently it just wants to take me.
Well, there's no rule saying you have to stay there once I arrive.
Yeah, I know that, but something inside me says that I've just been trying to find out about what happened over there with my friend and all.
Well, I'm afraid on that front I probably won't be of much use. I'm a humble researcher. I'm not one to poke my nose into politics or high-ranking families or anything of the sort. I just want you to know that I'm not going to go sharing your identity around. I just wanted to make sure that I knew who I was traveling with. If you don't want me to mention it, your secret is safe with me.
Yeah, I'm just not ready to tell you.
All right. Then I won't go blurting it out.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I may be a social klutz, but I do at least know how to be discreet when it calls for it, so. All right, well, all that said, I think I've taken up enough of your time, so. Gives you a little nod. With any luck, neither of our respective paths will cause us any trouble.
Yeah.
All right. He stands up, gives you a respectful little nod of his head, and then heads back off. And now feeling thoroughly just a little more uncomfortable than you were a minute prior, you go back to whatever it was you were doing, sketching in your book, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Well then.
That's good.
And with that, we can return to the others.
Uh-huh.
it where she lacks in magic, she makes up for it for durability and adapting.
We're back,
Hey,
bitches!
DM. Rosa is
Welcome
attempting to
back.
teach the Moogle how to fire a bow. It's going well. We fired the Moogle out of the bow in the end.
What?
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 Yeah, that's what you
I'm
missed.
sorry, what?
And then Aeon wants to be the arrow.
I am a weapon.
Okay,
I
alright.
don't know what I heard, but I don't want.
Okay.
Classic Unitoons moment. I am a weapon.
Okay.
No, it's just here's another funny example. They shoot him into the sky to give him practice, thinking he'll come right back down. Aeon just goes high into the sky, into the game master's hands. Hi, Goopo!
What the fuck? You're not supposed to be here!
You want to break the fourth wall so hard it comes to our reality and say on.
Fuck.
Brilliant. I would love that.
If Aeon actually appeared in our reality, Han would just want to.
Yes! Duh!
Anyway.
I am gonna die of acute diabetes.
Speaking of dying, darkness.
Yeah.
I would like you to roll me 2d6, please.
Speaking of dying out of roll, what is this,
For the
DM?
third day of travel.
What have you two done?
Lord.
What have you done?
What demon am I unleashing?
Oh, it has nothing to do with what I just did with Ari.
Oh, okay.
What have you done?
7.
7. All right. Let me just. Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Anyway, so carry on.
Okay.
It is. All right. So third day of travel, and also Rosa's birthday.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh.
of
That's
course
really
it's happening at
interesting.
sea.
No, Kinara and Kai already gave her a gift, so.
Yeah, I can say that's an early birthday present. A couple
Yeah.
days early.
Alright, so
Well, be interesting.
it ticks over to the 5th of Frost Creep, 5th of November, and pretty much sunrise that morning, anyone who is even remotely interested will just find her at the back of the ship behind the helm, just peering out in the direction where Marasu was, finally.
All right. And it is a, let me see here. It's a sunny day this time. It is bright, it is sunny. Cold as shit, but bright and sunny. So is there anyone going to be in the back with Rosa?
I imagine, like, Kinara's by there.
Would have Aeon just go fly up to. Do we know it's her birthday? Because she's mentioned it a few times, but do we know that it is her birthday as of today?
I think she would have to
I
tell
don't
you
think-
guys.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think-
think we know.
I think I mentioned it was in a few days. The
Okay,
campsite.
but we don't know it's actually
So,
the day.
I
Okay.
got an idea.
Uh-oh.
So, it's like Cassandra comes up to her and just thinking about it, just popping into her head is like, hey, wasn't it supposed to be your birthday at some point?
As of a few hours ago, yeah. I think. I don't know the exact hour I was born, but more or less.
Really?
It's your birthday, Cooper! Happy birthday, Rosa!
I said,
Yeah.
Aeon, it's a very special birthday for a very special little elf cat. I think she deserves a song.
Okay.
Oh, what?
A song?
Yes. You love
I'm
singing happy
disappointed.
birthdays, don't you?
Yes, I do, Cooper!
Just to point out, Kanar's probably sleeping around us, and Des is gonna wake up.
But you know what? Aeon, we can't sing Rosa happy birthday without all of us here. You go wake up that lazy wolf.
Okay, I'll get all the other crew members and all the passengers too.
Sorry, no.
Oh.
Aeon, what is happening?
Yeah, he's already gone.
All right, so like Kinara's like right next to where you guys are. I remember Darkness saying that Kinara was up with Rosa, so Kinara's not that far away.
Yeah.
Just like dozing against the rail.
Yeah, Kai's kind of
He just
sleeping.
said that Kinara was asleep.
I mean, she was resting, man, there. I said.
So just like resting against the rail.
Because
Because I remember you saying, Kinara was up with Rosa on the deck. So.
I thought it was at the back of the ship.
Yeah, back of the ship up top.
The aft end.
Yeah,
She was
it
just
wouldn't
staring
work.
back towards Marasu. Yeah.
Fair enough, it wouldn't work then. So yeah, she's just a bit confused
Yeah,
of all the
Kai's kind of
commotion.
still sleeping.
All right, so then Kinara's down below decks. Then gotcha.
No, she's
Yes.
up there. Yeah, but yeah, it didn't work.
She said Kinara's up there doing a serene in the back, a bit sleepy. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, if that were, if
A bit
Darkness has no
confused.
objections.
Aeon's confused where the wolf is!
So am I.
Anyway, as Aeon is shooting off,
Schrodinger's
Rosa
wolf.
Rosa just turned to Cassandra and goes, "What have you done?"
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just wanting to wish my new friend a happy birthday in the only way that I know how.
Can
Yeah,
I find
Kai-
a horn or a megaphone or something?
Oh god.
Please?
The ship has an intercom.
It
Yeah.
does,
Yes!
but that's
Can I
in the
do that?
it's in the
Yes,
wheelhouse. It's in the wheelhouse, so you'd have to get in there. That being said, give me a second.
Yeah, Kai's kind of like.
You have another. There is another option.
Okay.
Wait, no, hold on. Never mind. That's only for visual things. Never mind. I was about to suggest use illusion to make a horn sound, but that doesn't work. That illusion's
Oh, it
only good for
doesn't.
visual things.
Yeah. Can I like talk to one of the staff and say like I want to wish someone a happy birthday? They gotta let the cute little Moogle want to do something.
Yeah, sure. You fly up to this human man who's like tending to like one of the riggings, and you fly up to him. Looks over to you. Yes. Can I help you, Moogle?
I want to wish my friend a happy birthday. Can I use the intercom coupon?
Make a negotiation check and add a +2 because you're fucking cute.
Yes.
Oh boy.
You can do it, honey. I believe in you.
So
And
+2
cuteness
plus what I already
prevents-
have. So
Yeah. So, and you said you put like 1,
yes, I did.
so it's +3.
Yep.
Roll 'em.
You can do
Oh,
13. Nice. All right. All right.
Damn, adorable.
Yeah. All right. He's gonna blink at you for a couple seconds. Like, normally the answer would be no to using the intercom for something unrelated to naval activity, but if it's to wish your friend a happy birthday, let me ask the captain real quick. He'll get final say on that. One moment.
Yay!
There he goes, heading off into the captain's cabin in the wheelhouse. And then a second later, he pokes his head back and I was like, come on. He says, yeah.
Yay, Kupo!
Right? And you come flitting in, and it is a very nice sort of wheelhouse, very like sort of open design. There's a chair in the back, and the wheel itself sort of right in the front, with a bunch of windows overseeing most of the top deck of the ship. There's a chandelier overhead that's very firmly held in place, casting some very nice flickering light around. There's some maps sort of pinned to the various walls, and some instruments on various counters that are fixed in place with various like little ropes or chains or twines, or just nailed to the spot. And you can see at the wheel this tall, green-skinned Galka man, burly figure, dressed in the white naval outfit of a ocean captain, and he gives you this little smile. Ah, that's the one. I remember you. You were on my boat when I went into Marasu the other day.
Hi, Mr. Captain. How are you, Kupo?
I am doing much better now that a Moogle is in my house, my wheelhouse.
Yee, Kupo!
Cute things, never get enough of them. Anyway, you said you wanted to wish a friend of yours a happy birthday?
Yes, I do, Kupo. I do.
All right. Please bear in mind, I do need to use this for official things, so I can't let you use it for too long, minute at most. But he points to a little handheld mic thing, sort of set into the wall with a little cable that flows into a box that you presume then sends a signal out to the various speakers across the ship. You pull that little device off, you push the button on it, and then you speak into it, and it will project your voice to the rest of the ship. Don't talk too close to it, and don't be too loud, or it will create a lot of feedback, and it just creates this really annoying high-pitched sound as the sound of your voice filters back into the microphone more than once, and it amplifies, and it just gets abhorrent.
Okay, Koopa.
Okay. Go nuts!
That's really in one ear and out the other.
Good. All right, you got 60 seconds. Go nuts!
Hello, everybody on the ship, Koopa. My name is Aeon. Koopa, I wanted to wish my friend Rosa Solin a happy birthday. She's on the back of the ship, so if you see her, she's in the back there to say happy birthday. She's got black hair with white tips and a little tail. Is so cute, and she's got a brand new bow too. Koopa, it's really nice, Koopa. Please make sure. And Kuna, you need to get to the back of the ship to say happy birthday, so report there.
For one day of decent sleep. Do not kill, do not kill, do not kill.
You couldn't kill that movie if you tried.
Oh my god.
As
treasure.
everyone keeps speaking, Rosa just sinks towards the floor more and more.
Is she red?
She looks like she's very sunburnt, yes.
I have
To
tears
make
down my
everybody-
face.
How is Cassandra reacting?
She's literally just on the ground laughing.
My throat hurts.
Oh, my cheeks hurt so bad.
My everything hurts.
Literally, I'm crying.
Thank goodness I still got some drink left. Oh my god.
Okay, so Rosa, you are getting a lot of looks now.
She is on the floor making herself as small as possible.
Some of the looks are amused, some of the looks are confused, some of the looks are delighted, some of the looks are annoyed. It is a spread.
I can just imagine Tyr, since he's like in the distance far away, he can still hear it, so he's just shaking his head.
Yeah, yeah. Like brief cutaway up to in the sky over the boat, and like he just catches the brief sense of it. And he's like, here we go again.
And there's currently a wolf marching up there.
Gonna murder.
Murder the Moogle, murder
He just takes him out of the freaking room.
Okay.
Trying to be as calm as possible.
Remind me
Don't
where
kill, don't
Remind me where Kiana is, please.
She's I don't know why. I just imagine her still she was asleep in the mess hall because she kind of stood up a little bit, but woke up by the sound of Aeon in the intercom, and is now on the floor.
All right.
Seems to be ending up there.
All right. Okay, so Aeon, you wrap up your little announcement. Then you hang the thing back up.
How is that, Koopa?
That was the best thing I've ever heard.
Koopa.
All right. That's gonna be a story to tell.
Koopa.
All
Thank you, Mr. Captain. You're the best. Gives him a hug.
Please no touching the captain. Please no.
Okay, Koopa.
Okay. All right. All right. That was very adorable, but you need to get out of my wheelhouse now. I need to get back to work.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye,
You're
Koopa.
welcome. Bye. What the fuck? Leon leaves in the door, closes behind you.
Cassandra?
Cassandra just like slowly just starts to breathe again. Yes.
What What have you done? What have you done? Hi, everyone.
Aeon just comes up. How did I do?
Cassandra just hugs him like, "You were the best ever. That was awesome."
Happy birthday, Rosa!
Thanks. I think.
I think it's probably at this point Kinara's just.
Oh, no.
go up.
If Rosa was burning any hotter, she'd be setting the ship on fire.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck.
I love it.
I love it too. So much that 7 I rolled earlier no longer matters.
Well, this is 7-4.
You'll find
It's
out
very not-
later. It doesn't happen today. I've relocated it chronologically. It was going to happen today, but then all that shit happened, and I decided, you know what? I can put it off.
Oh,
Fair enough.
okay, so I did something apparently.
You just amused me too much to ruin it.
So you
Rosa,
ruined her birthday.
Rosa stands back up, just. Thanks, everyone. Nothing to see here.
We still have to sing your song.
Oh, do we?
Yes, but we're waiting for Kuna to get here because she's taking forever.
Well, the door probably will slam open.
Oh, yeah, she's not in the wheelhouse anymore. She's at the back of the ship.
Oh,
So,
no.
so you just hear like go.
I mean, that's where she was going anyways, because as soon as she heard Rosa back at the ship,
Oh no, I'm
go
scared.
to that.
So yeah.
And what does the Kuna do?
Well, there's a door's this freaking. If there's door there, or just no.
No, it's on. It's on the top of the ship at the like. To give you like a brief rundown of the top deck layout, where on the open top, you have the wheelhouse in the back, which you can get on top of to sort of like a balcony position with a rail on one side. That's where Rosa and the others are. You go down a flight of stairs on the left-hand side of the ship, and then on the other side, on the right-hand side, is a door that goes into the wheelhouse where the captain was. Between those 2 points, there is a staircase that heads down to below decks, and then the rest of that deck is just open space for people to mill about and hang out.
Yeah, it's just going where Rose and everyone else is pretty much.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, Kai is just trying to find everyone. Just basically just still tired.
Actually, I'm curious. With that whole intercom thing, what was Kai's reaction?
She's
Shit.
um,
Didn't you
she's just-
fall to the floor?
yeah, she
Did
fell to the floor and she's like, the one time I needed sleep and then I get
Okay.
freaking
That was amazing.
You know,
Okay.
Mystic,
They're
get
working
you know what? Mystic, get a destiny point for that.
Yay!
You
are rewarding
this behavior. You are awful influence.
I'm rewarding in-character roleplay is what I'm doing.
Speaking of roleplay, trying to get back into character and got all the giggles out of me.
Yes, go for it.
Oh boy.
In the name of Shago's wrath, my fucking head.
Kuna, you're here, Koopa.
What's all this racket about?
Nothing.
It's
Nothing.
Rosa's
This is.
birthday.
Okay.
A what?
Birthday.
My ears are still ringing.
Birthday.
Don't!
Rosa slinks back to the floor again. She's.
I
Yeah,
heard
Cassandra.
you, is what I mean is I do not understand the concept of this birthday.
Uh-oh.
You don't know what a birthday is, Koopa?
No, I'm not aware of all of your cultures.
You guys don't celebrate the day you were born?
That's kind of a weird way to celebrate. The only thing that came close is during my time as... Well... But that's a one time, so you do that all the time?
Every year.
Never like this.
So... What is the point of celebrating like every single year of your age?
It's to
Tracy.
celebrate another year of your life. You made it through another year. Like she just goes up and just picks up Rosa. See?
Huh?
One more year. And this year is gonna be the best because she's gonna be an adventurer now.
Yeah, I'll just. I was just thinking, that it's the first birthday without my parents, and then that happened.
I
Just thinking, you'll
see.
always remember this one, won't you?
Yeah, I mean, is this a party? Is this Connor's birthday party? I don't know anymore. What is it? What is this?
Yeah, Kai's kind of
Don't look
like
at me.
walking toward the door now. And she's like leaning against the doorway, like, I just woke up for this.
There's not
I
really
saw
a
the
doorway,
captain.
but there's not really a doorway, but like you're leaning against a rail, we'll say.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the captain, and he was happy enough to let me do the intercom, Koopa, so we might as well
Yeah,
celebrate Rose's
everyone,
birthday.
Yes, I heard your voice.
Yee, Koopa.
I'm
So,
never gonna live this down.
But
Nope.
it's your birthday. It's your special day. You're the center of attention, Koopa.
Yeah, I've never, this is never like this. But yeah,
So-
20. I'm 20. I'm no longer a teenager. Oh, this make me adult.
oh, that answers my question of how many years you survived.
That's a depressing way to put it, Kinara, but very you.
Rosa,
sure the only
just
thing I
wait
need to
till
see-
next year.
So
I'm
I
sure the-
suppose, on that note, it is sort of a graduation for you.
Yeah. Speaking of, Cassandra, what did you do on your 20th?
On my 20th? Give me 1 second just to double check something.
Dun, 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 dun.
Just put elevator music.
Oh, we're singing along to the music and then watch together.
Alright, so, okay, that's not it.
Or just see.
About 20th birthday, I believe. And was that the day that we set the backyard on fire, or was that
What?
21?
What was the last part you said?
She was asking, like, Aeon's like, Aeon, was that the one where we set the backyard on fire, or was that 21?
Ah, Koopa. Well, we set the backyard on fire, Koopa, and then we ended up setting up the restaurant that we went to for dinner on fire, Koopa, the other
What?
time.
I am
That
not
was the
trusting you two with
21.
fire.
Cassandra,
It wasn't our fault! Oh, jeez.
But I was still new with the whole fire breathing thing. I might have sneezed. I might have set some stuff in the backyard on fire. And,
Also, they
then
messed
this
up her
one-
food.
and they messed up my food, and I was really mad, and my emotions were kind of weird. And
Yeah,
then the whole fire breath kind of feeds off emotion, and I kind of.
And then
might
they made Sandra sad, so then I went in the kitchen and also was yelling at the cooks and telling them it was easy and started stirring the pots and knocking stuff over to show them that it was easy to cook food and they were selfish and it set the whole kitchen ablaze, Koopa.
And you still say it's not your fault.
They didn't make Sandra's food right, Koopa. They're to blame.
Then burning down the place is a bit extreme.
It
I
They
hate
should
to
have put
think
out
of
the fire.
It didn't
That's
burn
their
down.
job.
It didn't burn down per se.
No, it's still intact. It's just crumbled.
Okay, enough. Can we just
do you
get-
ever feel that momentary pang of regret?
You know what?
Rosa's just
I don't
finding
wanna-
out that pair of pyromaniacs.
I thought I'd never say this, but I'm worried what would happen if you didn't get a lollipop. Because if you're able to create this amount of chaos through just a mistake of an order, I hate to think what happens if you go low on sugar.
I'm not the one that made the mistake, Koopa. The stupid chefs did.
Okay, let's try not to set anything on fire. This is a wooden boat. I don't want to get wet.
Well, nobody better mess up Rosa's food on her special day or they're gonna get a beeping bop of Koopa.
Just keep in note, if I see any of you messing about with flames, I'm throwing you off the boat.
Well, let's just.
You can't. Kadara, you can't throw him off the boat. He can fly.
I got
Well-
wings.
Since we're talking about crazy festivities and being a bit nuts, the reason I was asked, Cassandra, what was the last time you had a drink? Like alcohol drink, the weird one.
Wait, drinks?
Yeah.
I think it was 22 at the time.
Okay, I need to be right back. I need to get my grandma her pills.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I was 22 at the time. I'm not really one for drinking. I don't know.
Cassandra didn't have any alcohol till she was 22.
Grandpa Thampy didn't want her to drink.
But I promised my grandpa I wouldn't drink all that much, and then there was this thing at the school, and I might have lost the dare, so yeah.
Well,
I don't drink often.
I was just wondering because I've never had a drop because my parents. I'm kind of curious though.
I've never had one either, Koopa.
No.
Maybe when you're older, Aeon. How old is Aeon?
He's
Like 15, I think.
Oh, I
He's
mean,
the youngest.
are Moogle years any more different than human years? I don't know if they go.
are.
Mentally, though, Aeon is not prepared.
Typical.
Mentally prepared? Is he mentally prepared for anything?
No, but-
I would say that physically Aeon is mature, but
He
like
just doesn't act like it.
mentally he is definitely more on a childish level.
Mm-hmm.
I think
So,
about 15.
I think so.
yeah, since it's my 20th and I'm no longer a teenager and all, maybe just something.
You sure?
Well, I didn't know till you tried, right? That's kind of why I'm here.
I wanna try too, Sandra.
You can count me out. I wish not to dampen my senses.
Well,
I mean, what would you recommend? Like, I had something called whiskey, or
yeah, no, sweetheart. You are not starting on whiskey.
probably that bad, right?
I
Sandra.
remember someone puking up their guts, so
Yes,
I'm
I am.
out.
Sandra, what about the drink that Grandpa Thampy said he tried one time? Was it water? Was that what it was?
That one I know about. Yeah, I'm not drinking that one.
Yeah, he made us promise never to try it.
Not to mention, I highly doubt we find that on the ship. That is rare.
Okay, so quick recap of water for anyone who doesn't know what the fuck we're talking about there.
I know it.
Yeah, I know. But just
We
for
did,
the
we did recap that session 1 because we talked about it then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because I told you about the fact that Pure Oasis is kind of not on good terms, right? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Stupidly powerful drink, and very rare.
Yeah,
So-
I'm certainly
so-
not touching that one.
So what would you recommend then? Because I don't know.
Let's start you off with some. Maybe we'll see if we can find you some ale. Maybe that'll be a little.
That's one I've heard of. That's an alcohol, right?
Pretty sure.
All right.
Want to have to sleep too. I want to go back to bed, but
Uh,
Well,
I
while
need
you
to
all
wake-
go and find ale or whatever the ship may have, I would like a bit of alone time with Rosa.
Well, we're going down. I'm the reason we're having the ale, so we have to wait a little while.
I thought they were just gonna go around the ship and look for it.
I imagine we'll find it in the bar in the mess hall, or the cafeteria kind of area.
Yeah, where Kai was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, is Kai gonna drink too?
I mean, if she wants to, but right now she's tired.
We're kind of going to
That
do
is
this, so
Like her
Ah.
eyes are kind of like open and closing at the same time, like half asleep.
quickly. I'll be on the second. Was that Kinara? Takes Kinara to one side. You want to speak?
Yeah. Just a little bit private, then cashed up with the others. There's something like that. They were looking to see if there was any alcohol on the ship.
Well, we'll just take you off to one side for a second, and then we'll all go together. But so, what is it?
As confusing as this term of birthdays is, I congratulate you on your 20th.
Thanks. It's not how I thought I'd spend it, but yeah.
It shows that you are going to be more responsible and need to make a lot of choices. However, it also means you could also have the chance to unlock your full potential.
Okay.
So, wield that new bow of yours well. And then she does like pats you on the back and walks past.
Alright then, that was a conversation. Sandra! Missile, right? That's where the things happen?
I believe so.
Yeah, so, sorry, Kinara was just talking about me responsibility and stuff, so let's go get alcohol.
Rosa Spider-Man confirmed.
Great power comes great responsibility.
Our uncle's still alive.
Give it a minute.
It's an little shit.
Yeah, you're right. It'll take longer than a minute.
I suppose Kanara's going to find a place to sleep where you'll have fun.
Kai and Kinara are just gonna go sleep,
They're just gonna go back to bed.
and then the rest
Why
of
did
us.
I imagine Kai being dragged by Kinara?
I don't know. That doesn't seem like a very Kinara thing to do.
I don't think so. I mean, they're at different places at times, so she's probably ahead of finding a bed. Where Kanara's going to be second to that.
All right. So, with that, the remaining awake members of the group, Rosa, Cassandra, and Aeon, depart to the below decks to locate Booze to get Rosa acquainted with the concept.
Go to the bar and go, excuse me?
A bonga man turns around to look at you from behind the counter, kind of a grizzled, red-scaled looking one. Yeah.
I'd like one alcohol, please.
He quirks a brow. Bit young, ain't you?
I have you know, I am 20 today. Did not hear the announcement. Everyone heard it.
She's the special birthday girl.
Okay, I understand. If that is the case, then... And he sort of reaches down under the counter and comes back up a second later with a shot glass.
Oh no.
He sets that down,
No.
puts just a little slice of lemon on the side, and then pours in this liquid you're unfamiliar with. It's clear and kind of well, not clear, but it's colorless, but faintly kind of misty. Slides it forward a bit. This is what we call a birthday shot.
What is it?
It is, as you said, one alcohol. You down the whole shot. You down the whole shot in one go, and then you bite the lemon. I don't know why you bite the lemon. You just bite the lemon.
Okay.
Alright, Rosa. Bottoms
Come
up.
on. Come on.
Okay, go.
All right, you throw it back. Make from me a force check, please.
You don't need to. She's going to be asked over from the first one.
Okay, you're just deciding that. Fair enough.
I've had this in my mind since I made the character. Yeah.
All right, so it is a very bizarre feeling. It is like your brain, your senses, your general thought process had a brick thrown into it from the inside, and and like your throat burns as the substance goes down. It doesn't taste bad, but it tastes powerful. It is an assault on your senses.
Lemon?
And then you go for the lemon.
She kind of just stares at it.
You swear that it is mocking you as it stares back.
Huh?
Sandra.
I think you got called away.
I heard noise hit his AFK for a sec.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rosa,
Wow.
you okay, Koopa?
Oh, we have to pause for a second, I think, because I was going to do something with Cassandra.
It's fine.
Cheers.
So I think we have a name for this session, by the way.
Oh.
Either First Flight, the Freebirds, or Best Birthday Ever.
The best birthday ever. Oh.
I return what I miss.
I'll blame you.
Wait for you.
So,
Sandra.
Cassandra. But yes.
It's yellow.
It's lemon. Yes, it's yellow.
It's mocking me. I don't like it.
You know what you should do? Something that mocks you?
Eh?
Shove it in your mouth.
She looks at Cassandra, and then shoves it in her mouth instead.
Oh my god.
Shoves the lemon into Cassandra's mouth? Oh no! Opposed force check, please.
Oh, this. Ooh.
What is this?
I don't know. It's
13.
Damn!
I rolled a 5 and a 6 plus 2.
14.
God damn it!
Just by just one! By just one! Damn!
What happens?
Alright, shit.
So what
okay,
happens?
so, well, if Cassandra rolled a 14, you successfully prevent Rosa from shoving the lemon into your mouth.
You're not
You
eating lemon
said
bread
the lemon
today.
in your mouth.
Lemon in your mouth and just plops it into her mouth.
Well,
Your tongue is
It's
now
fine.
under attack from the taste of lemon.
Uh-oh.
She just opens her mouth and lets it just fall to the ground. It's sour.
That's about
That's
right.
the point. So,
That's
how do you feel?
That's really weird and bouncy, and you're pretty bubbly.
Am I?
Yeah, you're a bubbly, bouncy bubble dragoon.
What about me, Koopa?
You are fluffy, and I love fluffy.
Somewhere down below decks, Fluffy lifts her head.
Rosa, how many fingers do you see? She holds up
20.
2 fingers.
20.
Wow. One shot.
How many Aeons do you see?
Why are there so many Muggles?
Koopa.
Holy
Hey, I
shit!
have
I
siblings.
am not letting you drink anything else.
That was my first ever. It was
But
weird.
it shows,
Never.
and if I have my way, it will be your last. Damn!
But Koopa.
Don't you do that to me! You're not a Moogle.
I'm
Oh,
a,
she's fluffy
kitten.
like a Moogle.
I have.
But
tails.
if I stand behind your head, my little
What is it called on top of the Moogle's head? I always forget
The
this.
palm.
Palm.
The palm.
Palm.
your palm sticks out, then she is a Moogle.
I'm a Meowgle.
Okay.
Meowgles, the new Moogle.
I like this stuff. I want another.
I think you're good.
You know what? Screw it, give me a shot at it.
Sandra,
What? What?
you just said you don't drink.
I don't drink often. But this is a
It's
special occasion.
There you gotta
No.
set.
What?
Settle
Well,
it.
you're gonna get hurt, Kubo.
I'll be fine.
Cassandra will be fine. She is invincible.
What happens if you turn like Rosa? I can't carry you both. I'll have to go get the wolf.
I have to go get the wolf.
Which I think at this point
What?
she can find a place to sleep anyway, so she's about.
But Aeon, I'm a shadow grass.
Your Grandpa Dippy couldn't take alcohol for nothing.
Is he good?
No, he couldn't.
They left him in an alley once. That's funny.
I need to defend my grandfather's honor. Foggy.
You want to defend your our grandfather's honor? You find rope then.
Somewhere in the afterlife,
Ooh.
somewhere in the far plane, Thanatos' soul just perks up. God damn it.
That is another.
Oh, he just tugged on the rope.
Another moment of him screaming in his grave, and then somebody again yelling, "Gus!"
Did you hear that? That does sound like a scream.
I'm going to regret that. That actually really hurt.
It sounded like it hurt, mate.
Get big sister Cassandra alcohol.
Okay, so the barkeep slides forward the same basic shot minus the lemon.
Do I need to roll force?
I imagine not, because you're older and you've actually had alcohol before, so you need to have more than one before I needed to start inciting force checks.
Good.
If I eject this glass out of your hand, how are you gonna feel?
Oh.
I don't know. Do you plan on doing that?
Are you planning on actually drinking it?
She goes and she starts to go for throwing it back.
No! No, the cup!
It just all the magic starts going through his little markings. They start to glow. It just
Oh no.
eject!
Okay,
I just got a thought in
so
my head.
here's what happens. Aeon loses 15 MP for that, and I need an opposed, and I need Aeon to make a finesse check, and Kayana to make a force check opposed.
As you
If
mean,
it turns out in her favor.
Kayana.
Not Kayana, Cassandra, excuse me. Look, you got a lot of people whose names start with K and end with A in this group, alright?
Yeah, unexpected.
Okay, so a
Actually,
finesse
that's-
check
This
is
is
what?
the Kakaka group.
Oh, finesse. That's.
finesse. That's the thing other than force. You must defeat an 8 because I rolled like shit.
I was gonna say, if the
Oh,
Mogul wins, could I say Kinara?
Oh, no.
So, not only does the shot glass go rocketing out of Cassandra's hand and up towards the roof, it punches through the roof and up through the next floor, through that roof, and then up out of the boat. If anyone
Please tell me
is...
he's tier myth.
Anyone... No, it doesn't go that high. But
Did it go through Kinara's room? That's what he's trying to say.
Let's find out. Let's find out. Yes.
Oh no.
Yes,
Oh,
it does.
no.
It does hear this. Poof, as this shotgun just goes shooting through your floor and through your roof, Kinara. And on top deck, a few people look up as the floor just poof, this hole appears in the floor like someone fired a gun, and this now partially dissolved shot glass flies up into the air, and then doink, just falls into the ocean. And somewhere in the bowels of the ship, you hear someone go, "What the fucking hell?" It is at this point that the barkeep takes his hands off the counter. I'm out and leaves. He just walks in. He just walks through the door in the back and is gone.
Starts clapping. Do it again. That was fun.
Cassandra, in shock that her glasses been taken from her, just looks over to Aeon and is like, "You never let me have any fun, you know that?"
I did that, Koopa. I didn't know I could do that.
You put a hole in the... I can see the sky through the hole, Aeon.
Yeah, you can be hearing
Cool.
a rush
You
of footsteps
can
coming down the
see
stairs.
into the sky, Aeon. You are awesome and fluffy and thingy.
Excuse And Aeon just goes right up to Cassandra. See, I bet Tia can't do that.
Cassandra
What's
just.
going on down here?
Cassandra
Hi
just.
up there, Kinara.
She was fucking down. She
Yeah, Kinara's in the same room as you all now.
Oh god.
Hi up there, Kinara.
I'm over here.
What? No, you're up
What?
there. I can see. Oh, there's 2 of you. Hi.
How much did she drink?
1 shot.
What is wrong with you?
Ship wobbles.
No, you're
All
wobbling.
right.
I can see you. Your legs can barely hold you.
I can while she goes over.
Kuna, I did a trick. I made a glass go through the roof.
I'd say before her face hits the ground, she's just holding a bit like,
So yeah,
so just
Cassandra
inches
just
off the ground.
sighs and then picks up Rosa and throws her over her shoulder.
And
Alright.
me.
I thought Kinara held
Wouldn't
in
that
there,
hurt?
but
She misses the spikes. Or we could just say Cassandra's not in her armor right now.
Don't think you can seduce me. I don't swing that bundle.
Well, Cassandra just stops at that statement. It's like, why am I getting a serious case of deja vu?
No idea. So,
you clearly had enough to drink.
okay. So,
Runs in blood.
okay. So, as as Cassandra is taking Rosa away to sleep off her one-shot glass, somewhere from up top, you hear a voice yelling, "Who blew a hole in my ship?" And it is upon that note that we will call it.
Hole in my ship. Honey. Why?
I laugh if someone in a fishing boat comes across that glass and wonders, how the fuck did that get there?
Overpriced.
In like 4,000 years, someone just picks up half of that glass. What the fuck? Shit, dude. That did not go the way I was expecting.
What way were
That
you
was
expecting?
Not that. I had a random encounter planned, and then this shit happened.
You have to admit, this was worth it.
Oh, absolutely.
I was expecting at the sip of beer you gave her a shot. History
Oh my
thus
God.
repeated.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, well, we just hit the end of the session.
You just missed it.
What?
It's
So Rosa's completely drunk after 1 shot. Then Cassandra tries to go and take the shot. Aeon doesn't want her to drink, so he ejects the freaking shot glass out of her hand, and with a critical success, it goes completely through each floor until it just rockets right off the boat.
While disturbing Kinara's rest again.
You got punched through the floor of
And woke up
Kinara's
the wolf
room.
again.
Then Rosa
Oh.
fell over and was carried off by Cassandra.
Oh,
Yeah, after
So
just managed to
no
stop
more
her hitting the
alcohol
floor.
for the cat elf. Or is it elf cat?
No one
Yes.
knows. But, regardless, yeah, damn.
Sure, her parents would be thrilled to learn how she spent the 20th.
Yeah, I like how the tonal whiplash is continuing because we went from really dark and depressing to this. So,
Welcome to the Freebirds.
welcome to the Freebirds. Yeah, so
Noah does not know the name yet.
It wasn't mentioned to her.
yeah, she
sure it
was.
would've
Oh, yeah,
mentioned
she
the last
wasn't there.
8 days.
But either way. Fuck. So, thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, so much for tuning into this session of Final Fantasy Chronicles of Eno. We'll see you next time. Until then, keep listening, people. Bye-bye. Fuck.
Bye everyone, this has been a hilarious
Bye.
session. My lungs are
Bye-bye.
aching.
My voice is gone. I don't have lungs. What are lungs? I don't know. I don't have them. I don't know what I've been told. Fuck my life.